Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Georgetown Independent School District Athletic Complex and Birkelbach Field for tonight's home opener for the 2025 season. I'm Wally Harmon alongside
Kelly Duvall.
Yeah, exactly. I went blank. Kelly Duvall.
I remembered that. Last week you asked me a question. I forgot that it was borrowed from our first down.
Holden Tuma up here with us in the box. I tell you what, we're glad to be back home, and it's still week one. Problems going on with the audio video part of this, but we'll get it figured out. We're back live here at Birkelbach Field for the season opener, and it should be a fun one. We are going to be playing the Belton Tigers, and it's an athletic Belton Tigers team, Holden, that you almost don't know what to expect out of them. They have some returning players that are going to be their weapons, and they are an athletic team that had a come-from-behind win last week in the fourth quarter against Hendrickson to go 1-0 on their season. Should be interesting to see how Georgetown handles what improvements they make from week one to week two to handle a more athletic team than what we saw last week at Victoria East.
I think the biggest difference between last week and this week is going to be the quarterback differential. This QB, Will Shepard for Belton, he's a playmaker. Last week against Victoria East, we saw two QBs rotating in and out, and they really never found an offensive identity, an offensive rhythm. But Belton knows what they want to do, and they're going to play through number 10, Will Shepard. He's going to be somebody that the Georgetown defense has to key on.
And it's going to be one of those deals, exactly, this athletic quarterback, what will that do to this defense? But you have players back this week. Cole Mitchell, the linebacker, the senior that's been on the field the last 3 years, now back in the starting lineup. He was out last week. He's back this week. So it'll be fun to see what that leadership does for that linebacking core. You saw good things out of Gavin Smith, Kelly, and Hammett, and Malachi Miller. Players stepped up when they had to step up. Then you add back in that senior leadership at linebacker. Hammett now moving into the starting lineup at the linebacker position. How big is that going to be for this defense to be ready? Adding a couple players, moving those around, and being ready for this athletic Belton Tiger team.
Yeah, and folks will hear about it in the coach's interview. Whenever he talked, we had the conversation about it. It's a little more athletic quarterback, and this team from Belton is going to present a few more challenges than they got last week. We'll let you guys hear the interview with Coach right now. Stand by, and here is Coach Griffin.
We welcome to the Graham & Sons Land and Cattle pregame countdown to kickoff. Head coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Kelly. Glad to be here.
Know you're busy and we always appreciate your time. This interview brought to you by Blair Hogue with Fairway Mortgage. Coach, congratulations. Good win this past week. Give us your overall view of how the game went.
You know, it was a good football game. I was probably a little frustrated, but that's probably pretty typical of a first game, I think, for every head. But we obviously anytime our defense can pitch a shutout, that's huge. They actually graded out better than they did the year before. So we feel good about that. And then offensively, we got some things to work on, but we didn't really have very, very many procedural mistakes in the game. We had some just a lot of execution mistakes that we've got to get fixed. But overall, man, super excited about our kids, how well they performed, and just starting the year off with a big shutout win and moving on to the next week.
So starting this season with some guys that don't have a whole lot of experience at the varsity level, seemed like the offense took a little bit to get going, get their feet under them. Is that the case?
Yeah, I think so. Probably, and I don't know that we ever got our feet under us really good, but I think that's just some newness up front in the offensive line. Guys on the edges that haven't played very much football yet. It took us a little time to get our running game established, but man, how about, Zach Guyton and Weston Stewart coming on and both having really big nights. So we ended up getting it going. It just took us a little while.
Perfect segue. We talk about the running game and naturally talk about Jet Walker, but you had some younger running backs that came in and really stepped up in that running game. Talk about Zach Knighton a little bit and his performance. I know you touched on it there just a second.
Yeah. Zach's just a football player. He's really good. Just a sophomore, but a really good football player. He's got a nose for how to play and what to do, and really on either side of the football. And but man, he did a great job running the ball for us the other night. And then Weston Stewart stepped in as well, and had fewer rushes, but had as many yards and 3 touchdowns on the night. And he just kind of a slippery, fast little dude. And again, he did a great job running the football the other night. So really proud of both of those guys.
Had a little informal conversation with Caleb after the game, and he was not satisfied in any way with his performance. Said he's got to step up. That's got to be encouraging for a leader like your quarterback to come out with a win, but still see a lot that he wants to improve on.
Yeah, for sure. And Kev's just got to relax a little bit and take what they give you and don't try to do too much. But, he did a good job. He's a great kid and works really hard and wants to be really good and studies a lot of film. And so he's doing a tremendous job.
Some positives to take from the game. Turnovers, not an issue for the offense. That's a good thing.
Yep.
A few penalties here and there, but not a lot of penalties like you might expect with some inexperienced guys. What were on the defensive side of the ball? Defense did a good job of shutting down some pretty athletic guys on the other side. Talk about your defense.
Like I said, extremely proud of those guys for pitching a shutout, and even had to kind of make a goal line stand there at the end of the game to keep them out of the end zone and keep the shutout. But, just excited about how well we ran to the ball and how well we tackled. We didn't miss many tackles. We got to line up better a few times. Like that's some stuff that we got to work on better. We didn't do a great job of that. They didn't throw the ball well, so that kind of saved us from that standpoint. But that's something we want to continue to get better at and work on. It's just make sure we line up, make sure we're in the right coverage, making sure we're where we need to be. And we're going to keep doing that. And experience is going to play a big part of that.
What were some things that pleasantly surprised you with this team Friday night?
I think defensively, having 9 new starters over there, pitching a shutout, right? Like that's huge. And tackling well. That was something I was a little bit worried about just with a bunch of new guys, and then establishing our run game the way we did without Jet and being able to run the football like that in kind of a dominating fashion. That was also really well. That was also really good too.
So this week, face Belton Tiger team coming into GISD Athletic Complex. What are you looking for out of Belton this week?
Much improved football team. They're much improved. Same quarterback is back, but he's operating out of the shotgun now instead of being. And that's made him more productive. They want to throw the ball around a little bit, especially in the perimeter. So we got to take care of that. They got a couple of playmakers there. They love to get the ball number 5, and so that's big. And then defensively, they've changed schemes up, same coaching staff, but different scheme, and just make sure we know where everybody is and where their playmakers are and where we can take advantage. So they're going to be a good football team. Coach Griffin does a great job coaching his kids to be good football players, right? So we're going to have to go out and play well.
So with Belton coming in, what's the focus this week offensively and defensively? Not asking you game plan.
The big focus for us this week is, again, just on the Georgetown Eagles, just get better. Don't focus on Belton. Don't focus on who we're playing. Focus on us getting better. Like, what do you be a better player this week? What do you have to do to be a better offensive tackler? What do you have to do to be a better wide receiver? Just continue to focus and get better.
So, Coach, last week, who were your players of the game that really stood out?
On the defensive side, Tennyson Dean up front, I think he had 5 tackles, a couple tackles for loss, had a quarterback hit, our quarterback hurry. Linebacker was Landon Hammett, one of our guys trying to fight for a spot. Had 7 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a quarterback hit. We had defensive back was Reagan Bollinger. Reagan's a new kid that moved in from Rockwall and did a really good job at our boundary safety and stepping in there. And our defensive player of the week was Easton Smith, and Easton was a linebacker that's fighting for a spot to play and had 7 tackles, tackle for loss, 2 quarterback hits, a sack, and a calls fumble. So I'd say he had a big night. Offensive line was Sam Lopez, graded out 85%, no sacks, no penalties, no mistakes. Running back was Zach Guyton, 15 carries for 98 yards and a touchdown. In a receiving play as well. Xavier, 3 catches, 72 yards. And, he had about a 60-yarder taken away from him. Kind of a chintzy little call, I thought. But, he had a good night. And then Weston Stewart was our offensive player of the game, 8 rushes for over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns on the night. Fielding Garner did really good. Came in actually in the second half, and he led our team in tackles. It's from the safety position. Malachi Miller's interception was kind of a game changer for us. And then, and then just the whole defense pitched a shutout. Like they were our unit of the week this week.
I do want to talk about Xavier for just a minute. 3 catches, not a lot of catches, but defenses have to focus on him so much that even if he's not hitting the ball, he's a factor in the play. Talk about Xavier.
Yeah, I mean, Xavier had a big night, and probably just overthrew him just tad on the first ball. Actually, they kind of defended it well. Like we feel like if they were another step and he's got a chance to catch it, but they defended that one pretty well. But we had about a 70-yarder that he took the house that was dangerous, and people saw his speed, and he just outran everybody and kind of got called back for kind of a junk holding call. I don't think it was a hold, but I'm a little biased. But you're right. They've got to plan for 2 people to be on Xavier, which enables us to do some other things, So Xavier's a great teammate, does a great job in practice and play in, and so we're excited.
Almost like having a coach on the field for those other receivers, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Coach, we didn't talk about it last week, and I was a bit remiss in that. But last week was the annual Peanut Butter Bowl. How'd Georgetown do with Peanut Butter Bowl?
We did well. I think we raised over 1,200 jars of peanut butter. They're sitting out here in front of my office. They're going to come pick them up today. But I ran around town and picked them all up yesterday, and then Helping Hands is going to come get them today. So it's kind of a cool little deal for our kids and our community to get together to support other people in our community. So it was really good.
Good. For those unfamiliar, the Peanut Butter Bowl is an annual thing where teams sign up and gather peanut butter for those in need, and a staple basically that people can use. And you mentioned Helping Hands, a local organization here that's a part of that in taking care of those who have needs in the community. So tip of the cap to you guys for always being involved in that and helping out not only for the football team, but for the community as well. I know that's important to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Folks, that is head coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, good luck tonight. And
Thank you.
As always, appreciate your time.
All right. You got it, Kelly. Thank you, man.
Folks, countdown to kickoff continues right after this.
Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgages, your local lender. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey. Whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling equity out for debt consolidation or home improvements, when you think mortgage, think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. We are conveniently located on the square in Georgetown. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership.
Holden's first
Back
half
live here at
stats, the
Birkelbach
third
Field.
quarter, and post-game
We get
wrap-up
ready
are brought to you by Graham &
for
Sons
tonight's
Land
ball
and Cattle.
game between
Graham & Sons is
Georgetown
a cow
and the
cow.
Belton Tigers. And Georgetown will be in a new setup for tonight. And we'll go down to the sideline. Doppler Dave, man, that helmet looks good. A new helmet, a throwback, but a new helmet for these boys tonight. And looks like maybe the perfect night for high school football.
It is. You couldn't have painted a better picture. The sun is behind the clouds. We have some clouds. I'm going to call it mostly cloudy. And 95 degrees, winds are southeast at 7, so that won't be a factor. The remnants of that hurricane in the Pacific are going to come through Saturday and Sunday, so we don't have to worry about that. So the helmets that you're talking about, Wally, they've got like this old, tough-looking eagle. They've got this white helmet with an eagle. I sent Kelly a picture. Hopefully we can get a picture on the broadcast or get a close-up.
The crowd is filling in here at Birkelbach, the band warming up. The cheerleaders, I went blank on them. Georgettes being introduced. It's parent night tonight over in the gymnasium. Georgetown taking on the Westlake Chaparrals at parent night as well. So some split duties for some parents and grandparents tonight. But a night of activity here at Georgetown High School on the campus of Georgetown. And first and foremost, I think we got to give some credit to a couple of companies today. South Star Bank, they are hosted the tailgate live here at Georgetown High School today for the Booster Club and the fans. South Star Bank located 4535 Williams Drive here in Georgetown. Always willing to jump in and be lend a helping hand to donate. And tonight they fed us, and what a night it was. Hamburgers, hot dogs down at the tailgate, and thanks to South Star Bank for that. And we would be remiss if we did not talk about Texas Honey Ham Company. They fed the Georgetown Eagle football team this morning. They are working in coordination with the Booster Club for a cost-effective, and they are making it a great opportunity to get involved here in this community, and they're doing it in all ways, but especially here with these student athletes. And myself, some of the dads this morning went out and had breakfast at a Texas Honey Ham Company located 4720 Williams Drive, Suite 220 in Georgetown. They're new to Georgetown. They've opened 2 locations in Westlake and now here in Georgetown, and they are open for business, and they are good. Their breakfast tacos are wonderful. I prefer the ham and egg with a side of their little white queso with some hot sauce, and it is amazing. So go ahead and give them a try. It's Texas Honey Ham. They are proud to be involved with Georgetown High School, Georgetown ISD, and the athletic program, and we appreciate all of their support, and it is fun to be a part of. Dave, Kelly, Holden, we talk about this. We look forward to this. How does this team get ready from week 1 to week 2 to face off? You don't just go from Victoria East to Belton. It's a lot of things. The pressure of your first, the home opener for the season. The crowd is here. The fans are here. How do you make that change, and what do we look for to come out of Georgetown tonight?
I think you may have some of what we had a little bit of last week, some of those jitters since these guys are starting their first game at home, the ones that weren't on varsity last year. So, but I think they'll shake that off pretty quickly. Coach said they had a really good week of practice, and everybody was focused on getting better. And we heard from Caleb McDougal talking about he's got to play better, taking that on himself, and you love to hear that out of the junior leader.
Part of the conversation we had on Wednesday night out at Camp Brightside, Dave was talking to Coach about the people taking ownership to challenge each other to get better, position groups, players, but yet taking that ownership of how to make themselves better and to get better as a group to then be better in the 3 strands field that they're going this year, that offense, defense, special teams, football, school, coaches, players, parents, everything kicking in. It's awesome to see that ownership of these players early.
Right, and you've got Parents' Night tonight, so they're wanting to do well in front of their folks. And, yeah, let's see how these captains, the leaders of the team, everybody rallies around the leadership, and let's see how this leadership does. And the coaches get to see what their team is made of tonight. A big crowd. Belton's filling in. It's going to be a lot of fun. But back up to you.
Holden, this defense had a performance last week. They did their job in shutting out. They held them scoreless. They even said, we could be better. We could do things better. You add Cole Mitchell back into that mix. You have Tennyson Dean healthy, ready to go. You saw some players, Hammett, Fielding Garner. Some names pop up last week. Malachi Miller, Gavin Smith, a staple at linebacker now, a starter, but yet made some big plays. Some A.J. Stevenson, Tyler Linerger on the fumble recovery. How does this defense do any better tonight with this offense coming in against them, knowing they did a pretty good job and not get overconfident, but yet challenge themselves to get better?
I think you said it all right there. The defense last week was my MVP because they played lights out for and the majority of players were guys who did not start last year. This was their first varsity reps, and like you said, they pitched a shutout against Victoria East. They held Victoria East under 100 rushing and passing yards. It's going to be tough to match that level of high play here tonight against Belton, but the best thing that you shouted out, the return of Cole Mitchell, that senior leader at the back end, will really help rally those young guys to play at an even higher level here at home.
Got an opportunity, Coach, is walking this way, Wally.
Go to him when you're ready, Dave.
All right.
We'll go sideline with Dave and Coach Chuck Griffin.
Coach, we're back at home. Give us your thoughts on what we can expect tonight from this Belton Tiger team.
Man, a great football game. They're well coached, and they're going to come out and give us fits. They're a really good football team, so we got to go play our best.
Good luck, Coach. Thank you.
The Georgetown Eagles coming through the stands right now, and tonight you see your hometown team. They're in the white pants, blue jerseys with the white numerals, and the white helmet with the old Eagle logo on both sides. The boys got the opportunity to sticker those helmets themselves, Kelly.
Yep.
They sent out a video to the players. They each took the time to sticker their own helmets, and a beautiful look here for the season opener in 2025 for Georgetown. And then Belton comes out in the all whites tonight. White pants, white jerseys with red numerals, and the red helmets with the white B logo. This offense looking great. This defense, the offense, and we haven't even talked about it.
Yeah.
Weston Stewart and Zach Guyton. Those boys both stepped up their first varsity experience last week, over 100 yards rushing, and what a night it was for those two to experience that. You expect big things out of them, but that takes us to our starters. Let's go to the starters for the Georgetown Eagles. At right tackle, number 71, Caden Scherer. At right guard, number 77, there he is, A.J. Big Tasty Gonzalez. At the center, number 76, the senior Ryan Mishcott. At your left guard will be number 55, senior Caleb Hennessy. At the left tackle, number 78, the staple of this Georgetown lineup and award winner, area lineman of the week, it is Sam Lopez. At the tight end will be number 2, Regan Tarosian. At wide receiver on one side will be number 4, Copeland Madre. On the opposite side, it's the UCLA commit, number 7, X-Man Xavier Warren. In the slot, you'll see number 2, Regan Tarosian. Alongside number 16, making his season debut, is Braylon Westfall. At the running back position, it's the man you know well. It is Jet Walker, number 28. And a other halfback with a fullback position will be number 17, Gus Papa Constantino. And at QB, in his second year at the helm, it's the junior, number 12, the bus driver, Caleb McDougal. On the defense for the Georgetown Eagles, the dog, number 8, Tennyson Dean. The nose tackle for your Eagles, number 99, Big A.J. Stevenson. At the defensive tackle position, number 36, Jesse Espinoza. And at the bandit is number 26, Tyler Leiniger. The Mike linebacker, number 34, that's the one we talked about, Gavin Smith. At the will linebacker will be number 14, Landon Hammett, with his first start after a big week last week. The Sam linebacker, he's back, the senior, the captain, the man that makes it happen. That's number 11, Cole Mitchell. At safety on one side, you'll have number 19, Johnny Decker. And the opposite safety will be number 20, Reagan Bollinger. At the corner on one side, there he is, number 21, Jihad Abdador. And at the other corner, starting it out, is number 3, Cade Erickson.
Struggling with addiction.
Starting lineup is brought to you by Oak Ridge Disciple House. We'll take a quick minute. Hear a message from Oak Ridge Disciple House and be right back here on the broadcast.
They
Stay
are
with
dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle Football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Back live here at Birkelbach. The colors being presented on the field right now. So join us as we go to the national anthem here in just a moment as the colors are presented. Back here live, Birkelbach Field. We get ready for the coin toss for the Georgetown Eagles tonight, headed out to represent as captains. Number 17, Gus Papa Constantino. Number 21, Jihad Abdunur. Number 11, Cole Mitchell. And number 28, Jet Walker. For the Belton Tigers, across the way, number 5, Gavin Ross. Number 46 is Jacob Lewis. Number 8, Graham Chambly. And number 10, the quarterback, William Shepard. The Georgetown Eagles, the white pants, blue jerseys, white numerals, the white helmets of the blue stripe, and the eagle on both sides of the white helmet. The Belton Tigers in the white pants, white jersey tops, red numerals, red letters with the red helmet and white logo on the far side of the field. Coin toss taking place right now in the middle of the field. That crowd might turn back on now that the craziness has ended in the stands as we get ready to go.
Belton have won the toss and elected to defer their option to the second half.
So Belton won the coin toss, and they will defer to the second half. So the Georgetown Eagles will take the opening kickoff, and that'll put the offense on the field first. Holden, that happened last week, and it kind of stalled out there early. Things got a little bit quiet out of this offense early. How do they right that, having the ball first again tonight at home?
Yeah, last week the first 2 drives at 29 yards ended in 2 punts. Then the primary issue was just not being able to establish an early rhythm on first down, getting themselves in positive situations for second and third. Look to them leaning on the run game early with Weston Stewart or Zachariah Guyton, or potentially Jet Walker. We'll see how available he is today. And just try to lean forward on Belton Tigers early and try to set up this offense for success really quick.
Kelly?
Folks, I want to let you know the camera system in the stadium was actually blacked out by a thunderstorm earlier during the summer, and they've just replaced the system, so they're having to reboot some stuff. Right now we're only going to have a sideline camera until they get the stadium system rebooted. But as soon as they get it rebooted, we will be back up and running on a main camera. So please be patient with us. This one's not our fault.
Georgetown will be receiving. They'll be on the north end of the field.
And there's our camera back.
Back to receive the kickoff for the Georgetown Eagles will be number 7, Xavier Warren. Xavier will be back for the Eagles. Right now he stands about the 20. Last night we saw it. I'm talking to dads. A little pooch kicked by the Belton Tigers in a lower freshman and JV ball, and they recovered it. We've got to be ready for that, and I think we are ready to go. The kick is underway. It'll come near side deep. Xavier will take it at about the 5-yard line. Up to the 10, near side, 15, 20. He's got an opening down the sideline, 35-40, makes the man miss, and he's tripped up at the 45-yard line. What a return by Xavier Warren, a shoestring tackle that stopped the speedy receiver from taking it to the house, but Georgetown offense will be working with great field position, 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Great job by Xavier of getting to an open space, letting some blocks open up, and that's a great start for this Eagle team.
Caleb McDougal, the junior quarterback, comes out at the helm for your Georgetown Eagles here in the first quarter. Brought to you by Nathaniel Funk, Edward Jones. Caleb McDougal has 3 receivers left, a tight end to the left end. A running back directly behind him in the backfield. Turn, hand it off. That's Zach Guyton. He'll lose his footing. Falls forward for about a yard. So Zach Guyton in the backfield to open it up here for Georgetown. So it'll bring up 2nd and 9 now for the Eagles.
Wally, if we see Jet Walker tonight, it's going to be very sparingly. They're going to keep him fresh for this district run that's coming up. So we're going to see a lot of the young running backs tonight.
Copeland, Madre, Westfall, Tarosian, all left. Warren wide right. Now Tarosian comes in motion to the right side. Snap back. McDougal handed off. Zach Guyton to the right side. Stiff arm. Makes a man miss. Gets to the outside. The numbers. Falls forward all the way up to the 45-yard line of Belton. And that'll bring up a manageable 3rd and 3 for the Georgetown offense.
It's going to be interesting to see how they handle this right now. Some nerves and some jitters from these young running backs, but this offensive line is going to have to move that Belton defensive attack off of that line so that this running game can get going and Caleb can get comfortable back there in the pocket and see what the passing game does.
Remember those two names, Zach Guyton, Weston Stewart, is the two-man running attack that you'll see tonight. Two receivers right, one left. Guyton to the left of McDougal. Now comes to the right side. Turn, hand it. Nope. Quick pass out in the flat. Westfall, and he's hit immediately and taken down. What a tackle there by Graham Chamblee, the junior defensive back. And that'll drive Georgetown back to about the 48-yard line of Belton and bring up a fourth down here for the Georgetown Eagle, 4th and about 6.
Had some good starting field position, but that Belton defense was able to shut that down and keep Georgetown to minimal gains, and now they're going to have to punt the ball away.
Back to punt, number 16, Braylon Westfall. Belton's deep man stands at his own 14-yard line. Westfall, low line drive punt, spiraling, hits inside the 20, rolls, and if Georgetown can get to it, it's going to be down inside the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, and a job by Braylon Westfall. Georgetown, the beneficiary of letting it go this time by Belton, and they'll pin him deep. They played the field position game, Kelly. Georgetown wins that battle. Now Belton has a tough start, 1st and 10 from their own 1.
Now we get to see what the defense does. Had a really good game last week. Of course, there were some things that they wanted to work on as well, but held Victoria East scoreless. Now the Tigers have their backs against the wall. First series for them.
Shepard, the quarterback, in the end zone, stands about 5 yards deep. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Hands it off to the right side. An opening outside. Cade Erickson gets a hand on a foot, but breaking a tackle is the big running back for the Belton Tigers. Looked like number 33, Javid Plans, the junior, and a big gain out to the 30. Let's see, they're going to mark him down at the 26-yard line. A big 25-yard gain on the first play, and it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Not really what this defense wanted to do to get this start, but now they've got to tighten up. Belton's got some room behind him, and now they can be comfortable.
1st and 10 for the 25, but there comes a flag there. It's going to be a false start on the Tigers. So instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 15, backed up to their own 21-yard line. So, still in week number 2, you talk about it. How long does that going to plague you as a team? Belton, the first pre-snap penalty of the ballgame. Those are costly.
Those penalties just drive coaches absolutely nuts, and I'm sure the Belton coaches were not excited about that.
Shepard in the backfield, snap back, fakes the pass, and he almost got leveled by Cole Mitchell, gets the pass away. Breaking a tackle is the receiver, number 5, Gavin Ross. And enough for a first down all the way up past the 40, up to the 43-yard line. Cole Mitchell blew up the running back. Plans almost got a shot at Shepard, but the pass got away. A first down for the Tigers.
They are having some success early, not trying anything deep yet, but you feel like they're probably going to try to set something up, may take a shot now that they're closer to midfield.
2 men on either side of Shepard in the backfield. Handed off to the right side. Number 45 takes it wide. Cole Mitchell will ride him down, and there comes the help from the Georgetown defense to hold him to no gain. The run by Kason Morton, the fullback there, the sophomore, but goes for no yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 now.
And it has not taken long for Cole Mitchell to already make an impact. His first drive back, he made a big hit on the running back on that pass completion right there, a tackle for no gain. Already a huge boost for the Georgetown defense.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Plans in the backfield to the left of Shepard. Shepard fakes the handoff, rolls out left, has a man out in the flat, caught about the 45, up past midfield, and then taken out of bounds by Cole Mitchell. It's Gavin Ross again, the junior wide receiver, was wide open out in the near side flat, and another first down for this Belton Tiger team.
They're just
short of a first down.
Just moving this ball steadily on this first drive for them. You know they've got some comfort now being able to move against this Eagle defense. We'll see what kind of adjustments the defense can make to try to put a stop to this drive.
Asa Thomas split wide right for the Tigers. Wide left, Palomares and Ross. In the backfield beside Shepard to his left side is Plans. Handed off, Plans right side, and there he is. Cole Mitchell again. You heard the number. You heard the name. He's in his first game, several tackles already, but it's just enough as Plans falls forward to the 46-yard line of Georgetown. Enough for a Belton Tiger first down.
Nice job of the defense stopping that run, holding them here. But they got the first down, but good penetration to stop that run before it gets anywhere.
Snap back to Shepard, fake the handoff, drops back, shot down the middle, and the pass complete for another big gain down to the 25-yard line. Gavin Ross is the target, and they're going to mark him at the 24-yard line. Makes the catch in front of Fielding Garner, the safety, and he had good coverage on him, Kelly, but a tough catch. Good throw there by Shepard.
D-back hit him right when the ball got there, but he was able to hang on to it. And we're seeing some maturity in this offense.
Handed off in the backfield, hit by Tennyson Dean, and Nicole Mitchell there to clean him up. It'll be a loss. They handed it off to number 25, Gino Zecca. Zecca, the senior running back, went for a loss back to the 27-yard line. A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and 13 now for the Tigers.
Good job of the defense pursuing the ball. We see them get their legs under them a little bit now and get a handle on this running game.
That was the dog, Tennyson Dean, shooting that gap. And now it's 2nd and 13. Man in motion to the right side. Snap back to Shepard. Looks right. Now he's going to run up the middle, dances around, makes a man miss, and he'll get back just inside the original line of scrimmage to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 4, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9 now for the Tigers. So the defense tightened up a little bit here for Georgetown. Can they keep him out of the end zone?
Folks, we are not controlling the camera angles. That switch is happening in the stadium, so we have no say over that right now.
3rd and 9 from the 23. Snap back. Shepard hands it off, coming wide left, trying to make a man miss, and a penalty flag here on the near side. So we'll see what happened there. The handoff went to number 25, Zecca, but a flag down on the ground. He got up to the 19-yard line. This one may be backing up here. We'll see. Nope, it's going to be a free 5 yards for the Belton Tigers. The defense was offsides. So it'll be at the 18-yard line, and they'll take the 5 yards there to keep the down. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 now for Belton. From the Georgetown 18-yard line, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Zecca in the backfield. Shepard hands it off. Zecca runs to the right. He gets taken down about the 16-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2 and bring up 4th and 2 now. So will Belton go for it? Will they kick the field goal?
Big A.J. Stevenson on a tackle, possibly touchdown saving tackle on that one, Wally.
Wally, they're leaving the offense on the field, and I think that's a really great call. They've had no problems moving the football on this drive. This would be a huge stop for this defense if they can stop Belton here.
4th and 2 from the 16-yard line. Under center, Shepard fakes the handoff, rolls right, being pressured, has to get rid of it, and it's caught. Wow, what a catch. Fielding Garner was all over the big man. Catch was completed to number 90, who is not on the offensive play sheet, Evan Lockett, the senior defensive lineman. And he made a great catch with Fielding Garner all over him, trying to break it up. 1st and 10 from the Georgetown 12.
I thought there was no way he was going to catch that ball, but he did.
Snap back, Shepard. Pump fake, looks to the end zone. Slot receiver makes the catch and into the end zone. Touchdown, Belton.
Not to start this defense needed.
Gavin Ross hauls it in. The slot receiver right on the far side hash mark makes the catch at about the 2-yard line and takes the defender into the end zone for the Belton Tiger touchdown. And Belton will line up for the extra point. There's 5:17 remaining here in the first quarter. Number 27, Ramasar, the kicker, puts it up and through, and the extra point is good. 5:17 remaining here in the first quarter. Georgetown trails 7-0 to the Belton Tigers. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues at the moment.
Every first quarter this season is brought to you by Nathaniel Funk, your Leander, Georgetown, Edward Jones financial advisor at 1640 Highland Falls Drive, Suite 801, Leander, Texas 78641. Learn how he can help you with your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com/Nathaniel Funk for more.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. The Belton Tigers take their first possession, 99 yards, Holden. for a touchdown to put the first points on the ball game. They lead at 7-0.
Yeah, 11 plays, 99 yards, 4 minutes, 13 seconds off the clock. QB went 5 for 5 for 69 yards and a score.
Erickson hauls it in at the 10-yard line, far side of the field, coming back to the center of the field. Gets a block here to the near side, but he's going to be hauled down inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line. So a lot of east and west, not much north and south there, and Georgetown finds themselves back at their own 18-yard line to start their second possession of the ball game.
Significantly more athletic Belton Tiger team than we saw from Victoria East, and I'm not trying to be insulting, but Belton has just some really, really quick athletes, and they've done a good job up to this point.
1st and 10 is McDougal. Brings the offense out, near side hash mark, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Zach Guyton in the backfield with Caleb on the near side hash mark. 1st and 10. Snap back, turn, hand it off. Guyton right side, gets a block, makes a man miss, up past the 20, and gets up just shy of the 25-yard line. A nice run of about 7 yards. They'll mark him down at the 25, and it's 2nd and 3rd for Georgetown.
You want to see these young running backs, the Georgetown team, keep at that running game. You can't get out of your game plan right now. It's early. Both teams have had their first drive, and you can't put a whole lot into that first drive. It's about sustaining what you had going in Georgetown, trying to get something going.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Weston Stewart in the backfield to the right of McDougal. Near side hash mark on 2nd and 3rd. Quick pass out in the flat. Catch made by Braylon Westfall. And that's enough for a borrow for Morrow first down up to the 31-yard line.
Nice job of that pass. He had to wait on it a little bit. Didn't hit him in the chest, so he had to stop his route. Wasn't able to get any extra yard, but that's a good first down for this offense to try to get a sustained drive for the first time tonight.
And one good thing there is Holden, we talked about last week, not a good night passing for McDougal as we've known it after last year. Good to get that first completion under the belt. 1st and 10 at the 31. Snap back, McDougal turns, hands it to Stewart, left side, finds a hole, makes a man miss, up past 35, 40, 50, into Belton territory at the 40, makes a man, runs over a man at the 35. A big gain there by Weston Stewart, and the Eagles have a borrow from Morrow first down all the way into Belton territory at the 35-yard line.
Great run there, and again, cameras are a little glitchy. We don't control those, but he was able to get through that first point of attack, get into the second level, and a really good run.
Quick back to the line. Snap back to McDougal, handed to Stewart, left side, gets a block, cuts back in the middle, up past the 35, 25, another borrow for Morrow first down. Back-to-back big runs by Weston Stewart into the 23-yard line of Belton, 1st and 10.
Such a patient, shifty runner. It's fun watching him run, just waiting for those blocks to open up.
And 2 different styles between Guyton and Stewart that we've seen so far. Stewart will hit that hole and beat you to it and be past you, where Guyton's not afraid to make sure he gives you a truck on the way by. Now an empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 left, far side hash mark on 1st and 10. McDougal stands, waits, a clap of the hands, ball back, looks left, looks right, screen pass, and Braylon Westfall misses it right out through the hands, off the shoulder pad, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
One of my biggest issues with this Georgetown offense that try to answer in these first couple games is who this wide receiver 2 is going to be behind Xavier Warren. Last week, it was really up in the air. Some Copeland Madre, obviously Braylon Westfall did not play last week, and right there, a big drop from Westfall, his first game back, maybe some early nerves still. That's still a question mark is who's going to emerge as that second receiver.
Madre and Warren wide left. Westfall and Terosian wide right. And there's some movement on both sides of the ball. Did the defense draw the offensive lineman to move? Did they call the offensive lineman? We'll see here as we'll go down to the field. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left here in the first quarter. 7-0 Belton. And here comes the call from the field. So he made a big catch on the last possession for the Tigers on the offensive side of the ball. This time Evan Lockett, the senior defensive lineman, cost them 5 yards, and now Georgetown, a beneficiary of the 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd and 5 inside the Graham & Sons Land and Cattle red zone. Down to the 18-yard line here on 2nd and 5. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back to McDougal. Looks right, looks left, across the middle. Should have been a penalty. There it comes late from the near sideline. Pass interference. He kind of tripped up Westfall there. He was unable to complete his route. The ball was there.
Possibly a holding.
So it'll be a pass interference or a hold there. Whistled on number 15, Lyric McGinnis. That'll give the Georgetown Eagles a first down inside the Belton 20-yard line, down inside the 10.
He was looking for the referee before the play even died.
Pass interference. Defense, number 15. Since the foul was less than 15 yards, it'll be a spot foul. Automatic first down.
So it'll be a spot foul, so Georgetown now will have another borrow from Morrow first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. So a big penalty there by the Tigers. Now have got the Eagles in a great spot here, 1st and goal from the 5.
Now it's time for these buffet killers on this offensive line to push that defensive line back. They are a little bit bigger than that Belton defensive line, so now they need to plant those feet and push those guys backwards.
Stewart in the backfield to the left of McDougal. Far side hash mark. Warren in motion. Snap back. Hand it to Stewart. Right side. And he'll be met at the 5 and driven back there. They'll give him forward progress just inside the 5 to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. 2:55 remaining here in the first quarter as the clock continues to run.
With that size advantage, I'd love to see him just run right at this Belton defense. The Tigers have a lot of speed on the defensive side of the ball, offensive side of the ball too, but push these guys back and let's run right at them. That's what I like, that old school look, and especially in these old retro looking uniforms tonight. Let's get dirty and push these guys into the end zone.
Madre and Warren to the left side. Papa Constantino and Tarosian to the left side of the line. Snap back, handed to Guyton right up the middle. Dances and into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgetown. 2:20 left from the first quarter, and Georgetown's offense responds with a touchdown of their own to make it a 7-6 ball game as we get ready for the Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point.
That's what I wanted to see, and I appreciate them listening to me in the play call and just going right at them. Great job.
If I hear one of you say Kelly Domstress is back, you're done. Good call, though, Kelly. Right up the middle, and Guyton lowered the shoulder to take it in for the touchdown. So a good combination of the running, though, with Guyton and Stewart. Back and forth, you change it up. Different looks for this Belton Tiger defense to look for now as the Eagles get ready for the extra point. Number 25, the kicker, Liam Capra on. He'll put the kick up, and it is good. 2:20 remaining here in the first quarter. We're all tied up. Georgetown 7, Belton 7. Georgetown Eagle football continues in a moment.
Instant replays are brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes. J. Byron Custom Homes is an established home builder that is expanding into more areas of Central Texas, including Georgetown, Cedar Park, Leander, Marble Falls, and more. Whether it's a new custom home or a remodel of an existing home, J. Byron can meet and exceed your expectations. With over 50 years of building experience, J. Byron Homes will work hard to see that you have the house you want to call home. J. Byron Custom Homes, exceptional craftsmanship with a personal touch. For more information, visit our website at jbyronhomes.com.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. Holden, the Georgetown scoring recap.
That last drive, 7 plays, 82 yards, took 2 minutes, 57 seconds off the clock, and running the ball last week, really successful with these two backs. This week, right now, Zachariah Guyton, 4 carries for 18 yards in that touchdown. Weston Stewart, 3 carries for 47 yards, averaging 15.7 a tote.
And now Guyton gets his first tud for the night. Nice run by Guyton right up the middle, using the power.
Here we go, Tud.
Liam Capra ready to kick it away. Now it's going to be an onside kick. A little pooch over the first line, fielded by the Tigers, in a good play there to haul it in right at the 40-yard line, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40 with a 7-7 score here in the Nathaniel Funk, Edward Jones. I just combined them all.
Yeah.
Cut them down the first quarter.
Nathaniel, Edward, Funk, Jones.
We appreciate him.
Hey,
Either way we say it.
We do.
Here in the first quarter, what a night. 7-7 your score. Now Belton has their second offensive possession going here. Snap back to Shepard. He'll drop back. He's looking long, pressured. He's going to escape, run near side, has some blockers. Almost an illegal blindside block. He gets away with it, and there it is. Shepard stepped out of bounds, or he had a path down the near sideline. But a nice run there by Shepard into Georgetown territory. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 45.
And he is very patient, lets those blocks develop. Then when he didn't have anything, he just takes off running and does a great job for Belton. A little bit different look than we had last week in the quarterback.
Was just a chip. It wasn't really a full out laid him. If he'd have laid him out, they're probably going to launder on the field.
1st and 10, snap back. Shepard will hand it off to Plans right side. He's hit and dropped again. It's Cole Mitchell. Don't hear the whistle blow, and they keep going. They drive him backwards. Now the far sideline judge is going to bring it forward to the 48-yard line. So a loss of 3 brings up 2nd and 13, and Cole Mitchell picking up where he left off last year, Kelly.
Cole just diving into that edge over there, holding him up, and then the friends show up to help in the white hats, take him to the ground and stop that before it even gets started.
Replays brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes. Proud supporters of First Responder Broadcasting and Georgetown Eagle Football. 2nd and 13, the Tigers on the far side hash mark. Snap back to Shepard. Looks left. Here comes the blitz. He gets out of it. Hammett just missed him. Now Gavin Smith has a beat on him, and they take Shepard down. But after he picks up almost 10 yards on the scamper, it'll be 11 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and 2 now from the Georgetown 37-yard line.
This kid is strong. He's able to shed some tackles like that, and that's a problem so far for this defense because he does not get panicked back there in the pocket. It's been impressive to this point.
3 receivers right, 1 left. Running back to the right side of Shepard, far side hash mark on 3rd and 2. Snap back, fake the handoff. He kept it, and he's going to bring it near side and get up past the 35 to the 30. He likes to dance around to it. He makes men miss. Another good run by Shepard, but the running back paid the price there. As the defense, he held the ball, pulled it out of the belly right at the end, and his running back Plans took a shot. But unfortunately, he didn't have the ball.
Wally, as he gets up, he's a little shaken up, and he's kind of shaking that right arm off a little bit. So if our big fellas, the big line, keep landing on top of him, he's going to be in for a long night, guys.
Is that the quarterback, Shepard?
Number 10, Shepard, yes, sir.
Yeah, he's limping a little bit.
Belton's going to let the first period come to an end. They're going to let the clock run out and check on Shepard as they bring the offense over to the far sideline. At the end of 1, live here from the Georgetown Independent School District Athletic Complex at Birkelbach Field, we are tied. 7-7 your score. Belton and Georgetown battling here on the SHN Sports Network. We'll be back in just a minute.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles Football.
Yeah. Put in pockets fail, profits can't watch it. Tell Carver, pencil pusher, stay talking. Can you tell me the first person to weigh options? Do I need to be vocal or do I stay solid? Trying to keep it alive if I'ma stay honest. Feeding off of the spit and not debate topics. If I said it a minute, my time tick-tocking. Better look at the clock, I know your time coming wild. Killing me now, run me around, into my vicinity. You looking like a brother.
Back out of the break, we go to quarter number 2. Tigers have it 1st and 10 from the Georgetown 29-yard line. Shepard still in there. 2 receivers right, 1 left. And a false start again on the Belton Tigers. That'll back them up 5 yards. Whistled on number 66. Beckett Butler, the junior offensive lineman. Music bringing you back was known by royalty. That's Ty Griffin, oldest son of head coach Chuck Griffin and his wife Melanie. He's here tonight in the stands. 1st and 15 now for the Tigers. Snap back, Shepard fakes the handoff. Here comes pressure. He's going to lob it up, and he's got his man deep. Gavin Ross beats Fielding Gardner and into the end zone for the Belton Tiger touchdown. What a heads-up pass by Shepard. He floated it. Ross went and got it as Gardner got turned around, and it's 13-7. Belton trying to take a touchdown lead here after back-to-back beautiful drives. Credit to the Tigers. That offense is clicking right now, Kelly.
They really are, and the defense is going to have to come up with something so that they can throw this offense off because Belton's just clicking right now.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 11:51 remaining in the first half. It's 14-7. Belton leads it over Georgetown. Timeout, bringing it back here in a minute. Live on the SHN Sports Network.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles Football.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. 14-7. Belton leads it after another impressive drive by this offense. Holding their offensive scoring drive.
5 plays, 60 yards, took 2 minutes, 27 seconds. And right now, Will Shepard is as advertised, 6 for 6 for 103 and 2 scores. Could not be playing a better game if you're Belton's offense.
The kickoff, deep far side. It'll be fielded by the Eagles at the 19. Dropped. We'll see who recovers it. Georgetown is going to be lucky to come up with that one, as it was recovered by Georgetown at the 27-yard line. Almost disastrous there.
Looks like he lost the direction that the ball was bouncing, lost sight of it for just a couple of seconds. Fortunately able to find it again and get on that football before Belton, the kick coverage team, got there.
That was Weston Stewart who mishandled that one. As Jet Walker walks out and pats him on the helmet, shake it off. Time to go again. Guyton in the backfield beside McDougal. Far side hash mark. 2 receivers here on the near side, none wide right. 11:46 remaining. Snap back. Guyton gets the handoff right side. Dances into the gap. Makes the man miss. 40, 45, and piles forward all the way up to midfield. A borrow from Morrow first down on a big run by Zach Guyton.
Nice run there. Zach making up for things as he gets that ball, waits for the blocks to develop, and then has a great gain on that first carry of this drive. And Georgetown's going to have to answer punch for punch.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Xavier Warren, the lone receiver, right. Guyton in the backfield behind McDougal on the far side hash mark. Now Terosian in motion. Settles up at the left end of the line. Snap back, turn. Fake the handoff, swing it out. Westfall outside the numbers, 45, stiff arm, makes a man miss, 40, 35, and he's going to say he ran out of bounds. Enough for a first down. Another borrow for Morrow first down inside Belton territory down to the 37-yard line. Nice job by Westfall there to catch it and make a man miss to pick up the first down.
Very nice catch, concentrating on the football, not trying to turn up the field and run too early. Another first down.
And I think that's Holden's answer right there. I know it's early in the game, but he's looking like number 2.
2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Guyton in the backfield will move over to the left side of McDougal here on the near side hash mark. 11:05 remaining in the first half. Westfall now in motion to the right side. Pass out in the left flat. Catch made by Copeland Madre. And he'll be taken out of bounds inside the 30. Marked out at the 29-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 2 now for the Eagles.
Those quick passes like that are basically an extension of the run game when they're just a few yards down the field or behind the line of scrimmage. And that's the kind of thing that gives Caleb some confidence, gets his offense going, and keeps that defense on their heels.
And it'll be the thing that'll set up that bite and that pump fake and a longer pass later on in this ball game, as now 3 receivers go wide right. Guyton to the right of McDougal, near side hash mark. Turn, hand it, Guyton, right side, dances to the right, gets an outside block by Warren, out past the 25-yard line, and he'll be stacked up and taken down there, and there comes a flag. Should be a face mask, as Guyton's helmet got ripped off his head, but enough for a borrow from Morrow first down, and we'll see what happens here.
Guyton doing a really, really nice job there, and it's fun to watch this young man run the football. And if that came off because of the penalty, then he should not have to come off the field.
And Big Sam Lopez had to go on their bleachers to get it because he threw it so far off of his head.
15 yards from the end of the line. Automatic first down.
They're going to call a personal foul on it.
At least nobody spit on anybody yet.
Too soon. So it's a 1st and goal now. No, 1st and 10 inside the Graham & Sons Landon Cattle red zone. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Just inside the 13-yard line of Belton. A great run by Guyton there to pick up the first down. But then after they tossed the helmet off. The personal foul whistle there on the Tigers. Quickly out of the huddle. One receiver right, one left. Stewart in the backfield directly behind McDougal. Far side hash mark. Turn, fake the handoff, roll left. Madre open in the flat, makes the catch inside the 10. And he'll be knocked out of bounds into about the 6-yard line. They'll spot him there. It'll bring up second down now for the Eagles at the Belton 6.
Nice run by Copeland there. Again, patient, bounces it outside after the catch. Nice gain, keeps this drive alive. And again, they're going to have to answer punch for punch, looks like, tonight.
Second down at about 4 here for the Georgetown Eagles on the Tiger 6-yard line. Madre wide right, Warren wide left. 2 men in the backfield on either side of McDougal. Now Warren in motion right. Clap of the hands, ball back, hand it to Guyton. He follows Stewart, cuts it back up inside the 5. Touchdown, Georgetown! Zach Guyton. What a tough run there, and he takes it into the house for his second touchdown of the ball game. And Georgetown an extra point away from tying this up.
Good run there, and we talked about it earlier, watching these young running backs get some carries and productivity. Just a lot of fun watching these kids run the football.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point attempt will come off the foot of Liam Capra, the senior kicker. The ball will be spotted on the 10-yard line. Middle of the field, snap is back, the kick is up, and it is good. 10:35 remaining here in the first half. Georgetown ties it up 14-14 with the Belton Tigers. We return to the Birkelbach field in a moment. Stay with us.
Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. It's all tied up, 14-14. Holden, the Georgetown scoring drive.
Last drive, 6 plays, 73 yards, took a minute 16, and Zach Guyton's second touchdown of the night, 14-14. Now the pressure's back on this defense.
Syntex T-shirt and embroidery kickoff, fielded at about the 24-yard line. Belton right up the near side hash mark, all the way up past the 35-yard line. And returned by number 45, Kason Morton, the fullback. And he'll be marked down at the 38-yard line where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 with 10.5 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Defense really, really needs to step up. Haven't been able to stop this Belton offense at all. So the coaches are having to make some in-game adjustments. I'm sure, quite certain, there'll be some adjustments made at the half.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Shepard on the near side hash mark. Hands it off right up the middle. And forward to the 40-yard line before paying the price there with 4 or 5 defenders getting a chance to drop it on plans. He gets up a little slow.
Gavin Smith was the first one to get a hold of him.
Gavin Smith, the linebacker, and a good tackle. 2nd and 8 now for the Tigers at the 40-yard line. 1 receiver left, 2 right. Plans in the backfield to the right side of Shepard. Far side hash mark with 10 minutes remaining as the clock continues to run. Handed off, plans left side. Tripped up. What a tackle right there. Tyler Leiniger, the senior defensive lineman, did a great job there. Not Leiniger. That was number 29. Easton Smith, a senior linebacker. Thought it was 26, 29. Easton Smith, a great tackle. And now it brings up 3rd and 8. No gain on that one. What a play by Easton Smith.
And this has to be a moment that Georgetown's defense steps up.
3rd and 8. Middle of the field, 1 receiver left, 2 right. Snap back, Shepard hands it up. Nope, flips it to Ross, wide open on a reverse. The Eagles fell for it, and Ross is off to the races. Up to the 30, hurdles a man, and then is tackled at the 25. The defender went low, Ross went high, hurdles the defender, and is taken down at the 25 of Georgetown, 1st and 10.
Really nice run. And again, the effectiveness of this offense is not what Georgetown is having any level of success with at all.
You know, I got to think this is good experience, though, and somebody's going to come up with a big stop, but this is good experience for your Eagles to, be, back and forth, back and forth. It's a good game.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Morton in motion to the left, snap back. Hand off to Plans, left side, outside the line, and he's going to plow forward inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line, a gain of about 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Tigers as the clock continues to run under 8.5 minutes here in the first half.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments can be made against this. And Belton hasn't had, other than that first drive that Georgetown had, they've had some difficulties with this Georgetown offense too. So defenses are going to be making some adjustments for sure.
Snap back to Shepard, fake the handoff, quick pass out in the flat, caught at the 18 and taken down immediately at the 17-yard line. Catch made by number 81, Asa Thomas, senior wide receiver. And that'll bring up 3rd and short. Inside 8 minutes remaining. 3rd and 2 now from the 17. Here for Belton. 1 receiver wide left. That's Gavin Ross. Asa Thomas, the lone receiver right. Tight huddle. Shepard under center. Snap back, turn, hand it off, hand drop! Oh, baby! Cole Mitchell laying the wood on Morton. He gets up, holding his back, his head, his leg, everything hurting as Cole Mitchell paid the price to Morton. Wow!
Just leveled him, did a great job of keeping his eye on the football, and just pounded the running back before he could do anything at all.
That's the Cole Mitchell we all know and love. 4th down and 4. Shepard in the shotgun. Snap back. He'll fake the handoff flat, throws it out, man wide open. It's Gavin Ross, and he'll be tackled inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. They keep how do you let that guy wide open? He is the weapon right now for Shepard, and Ross wide open in the left flat. Makes the catch, and it's another 1st and goal now for the Tigers. 6:55 remaining here in the first half.
I think we're seeing some of the inexperience now because the containment on the edges hasn't been there, and that's just fundamental football, maintaining your lanes.
Student section is helping them out best they can. They're making as much noise as they can on this side.
1st and goal from the 5. Shepard with a man in the backfield, now man in motion. Fakes the handoff, or hands it off, and that was to number, 25, Zecca. Got the handoff. He went nowhere and dropped at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Tigers. Clock continues to run inside 6.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. 14-14 your score. After Georgetown's first possession went quick and out with the punt, it's been punches thrown by both teams consecutive. Back and forth, and now Belton threatening with 6 minutes remaining here in the first half again. 2nd and goal from the 5. 2 receivers right, 1 left. 2 men in the backfield on either side of Shepard. Handed off, Morton left side. He'll plow forward, and he breaks the tackle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Belton.
I just don't know what the answer is because Belton is just running whatever they want to run at Georgetown, and Georgetown can't stop them.
Who makes the first mistake, guys? Who will make the first stop?
Well, Belton made one on our first drive.
Right. So if Georgetown can come up with a big stop, that's going to help us going into the half.
Extra point attempt. Snap is back. It was low. Good job to get it up. The kick is up, and it is good. 5:57 remaining here in the first half. Belton leads Georgetown 21-14. Georgetown Eagle Football will continue here in a moment. Stay with us.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles Football.
Double barrel with the word, ayy. If y'all with it, y'all hear me in the first place. Independent, they gon' sign you in the worst way.
Back out of the touchdown by the Belton Tigers, holding their drive. Not too long.
9 plays, 62 yards, took 4 minutes, 40 seconds off the clock, and Will Shepard has still yet to throw an incomplete pass.
The kickoff by the Tigers here. A pooch kick, far sideline. Stewart fields it at the 25, up past the 30. He's hit, and the pile moves forward to about the 32-yard line. And that's where Georgetown's offense will take over. They're going to spot him all the way up to the 33. And Georgetown will take over with 5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the first half, trailing it 21-14.
Right now, offensively, they've had success. Georgetown has had some success on their last 2 drives, scoring touchdowns on each. But Belton is also offensively moving the ball right now. You've got to start worrying about this clock situation potentially, seeing as Belton will start the second half with possession. If they're able to take a possession lead into halftime, they can start stretching this lead in the second half.
Georgetown offense comes out. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Xavier Warren, the lone receiver, right. Stewart in the backfield to the right of McDougal on the far side hash mark. 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Snap back to McDougal. Looks left. Pump fake right across the middle. Westfall cuts back up past the 40. And he'll be taken down just shy of the first down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Nice job there. And again, you can't panic. You'll be fine going into the half. It's just going to be what can we do in the second half to try to make a change in this game and get a stop on the defensive side for Georgetown.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Stewart to the left side of McDougal. Far side hash mark on 2nd and 1. Snap back, drops the ball. Stewart picks it up, and he's going to be dropped at about the 41-yard line. They point to the ball on the ground, and that's on Caleb McDougal as he looks to the sideline and slaps his own chest. He just straight dropped the snap. And now a loss on the play brings up 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4 now for the Eagles at the 41 or the 39-yard line. So a big 3rd down here for Georgetown.
We talked about the leadership that Caleb McDougal shows, the junior quarterback, and Caleb does not hesitate to point out when he makes mistakes, when he needs to play better, and that just builds to all the other, especially younger players.
Snap back, middle of the field, fake the handoff. He's going to look across the middle. Catch made up past midfield. Westfall making people miss up to the 45 of Belton. And a good gain there. What a catch by Braylon Westfall, the junior. And that'll be a borrow from Morrow 1st down for your Georgetown Eagles.
Nice play by Braylon there. Watch that ball in. Thrown just a little behind him, but he does a good job of making a few extra yards after the catch.
Westfall has that shifty capability. Boy, he can make people miss in and out of coverages and players trying to make tackles. What a weapon back here in week number 2. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Near side hash mark. Snap back. Low snap. Caught by McDougal. Throw out. Xavier Ward makes the catch. Breaks the tackle. Stiff arm, and he's going to be stacked up there and taken down across on the far side of the field. But they're going to give him up to the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7 to bring up 2nd and 3 as the clock winds. Under 4 minutes here left in the first half.
Warren's not the biggest receiver, but he is very, very strong, and that's what we saw in that play where he's able to not get brought down on first contact. Others have to come over and help, and that's why Xavier is a UCLA commit.
And Kelly, he climbed the ladder on that one. He went up, grabbed it, secured it. Tough running.
2nd and 3. 1 receiver left, 1 right. McDougal on the far side hash mark. Turn, hands it off. Left side, Stewart gets hit. Plows forward for a tough yard, maybe a yard and a half here inside the 37-yard line. About a yard and a half remaining here on 3rd down. The clock ticks, 3:05 remaining.
These offensive line are just opening up huge holes. And number 30 for Belton Tigers, Adam Gonzalez, the senior linebacker, he was able to come around and close up that hole quick. But these linemen are really opening up some large holes for our running backs.
So now a big 3rd and about a yard and a half here for the Eagles as the clock clicks under 2:45 remaining in the first half. 1 receiver wide left, and Copeland Madre. Warren in motion to the left. Snap back to McDougal. Handed off Guyton right side. He'll plow forward up past the 35-yard line. That'll be enough for a borrow from Morrow 1st down to the 34 of Belton.
Plenty of time for Georgetown to do what they need to do, put some points on the board, because you do not want to give this ball back to Belton with any time on that clock if you can help it at all.
2:25 remaining. The clock continues to run. Georgetown looks towards the near side for the signals. Down clock. Clicks under 15 seconds remaining. Two receivers left, Warren and Madre. Stewart in the backfield, along with Guyton on either side of McDougal on the far side hash mark. On the 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Stewart empties out. McDougal will hand it to Guyton, right side, cuts back, makes a man miss. Inside the 30, piles forward, keeps spinning, and gets all the way down to the 25-yard line. A tough 9-yard gain by Zach Guyton, and that'll draw a first timeout called by head coach Chuck Griffin of Georgetown. Nope, 2-minute timeout here with 1:55 remaining in the second quarter, and we will take it with them. 21-14, Belton leads it. Eagle football continues.
Syntex Shirt and Embroidery offers a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Whether you need 1 shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock Spirit apparel. Visit our website at www.syntexshirt.com. Syntex Shirt and Embroidery is the official outfitter of First Responder Broadcasting.
Back out of the timeout. The 2-minute warning here in the first half. 1:55 remaining. Georgetown has it 2nd and 1 from the 25. Snap back to McDougal. He'll hand it off to Guyton. Right up the middle. Dances past the 24 and drives forward before being stacked up down to the 21-yard line. It'll be a borrow for Morrow first down for the Georgetown Eagles at the 21 of Belton. They'll move the chains. 1:48 remaining. They'll start the clock. And the clock will continue to run. I think you're right, Holden. Georgetown's going to take their time here, try to punch it in, because Belton's going to get the opening kickoff of the second half. Warren's going to come near side with Copeland Madre. Weston Stewart in the backfield. Terosian to the left side of the line. The other tight end, Brody Herman, on the right side. Stewart to the left of McDougal. Far side hash mark now empties out to the right side. Hands it off. Stewart coming back to the left. Cuts, makes a man miss inside the 20, down to about the 16-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. Bring up 2nd and 5 inside the Graham & Sons Landing Cattle red zone.
Nice run by Stewart there. We saw him be able to keep his balance, maintain, break a couple of tackles, gain some extra yardage, and keep that clock running.
But now under a minute, though, Georgetown's primarily been a run offense. You're going to have to start thinking about some timeouts to try to still get into the end zone, because the last thing you want is have to settle for a field goal.
45 seconds remaining. McDougal has a receiver right, one left. Throw it up to the corner to Xavier Warren. Touchdown, Georgetown! McDougal to Warren.
Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Nice play.
And there's the talent and the speed of Xavier Warren to be able to get free from his man. And McDougal threw a dime to the corner of the end zone. Xavier Warren went and hauled it in, and we're tied up pending this Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point attempt by Liam Capra. Eagles will line up, middle of the field. The ball will be spotted at the 10. Snap is back. It's low. Westfall's going to scramble with it. He's dropping back. He's running for his life. He's got an opening. Now he's going to float it in the end zone. Malachi Miller! And there's a flag down. The good thing about that is you completed the pass in the end zone. You're going to get another try at this because of the penalty flag, but you completed it. It's incomplete. They decline it. We're done. So Georgetown's going to get a chance here. So they're going to call number 79, Xavier Flemings, downfield, the sophomore lineman. But now we're back Georgetown up 5 yards, and they'll get a chance here for the extra point. This is what we talk about, though, Kelly, when Coach talks about the 3 strands, offense, defense, special teams. Those snaps are important. 1 point in this ballgame is huge.
Huge, absolutely huge. So we're fortunate we get another shot at it. Like you were saying, if that's incomplete, it's over.
Liam Capper will tee it up from the 15-yard line, a 25-yard extra point attempt. Another bad snap, a compensation. Westfall scrambles. He's got a man in the end zone, but it's tipped What a play there by Belton. But another bad snap and a costly mistake by this special teams. Ryan Mishcott, back-to-back bad snaps, and Georgetown trails it 21-20. 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Matt's loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field, holding the scoring drive summary.
Last drive, 10 plays, 67 yards, took 5 minutes, 17 off the clock, and now 40 seconds and 3 timeouts to work with for Belton is still a very they can absolutely still work with that, especially with how effective their passing game has been. Like I mentioned earlier, Will Shepard is still yet to throw an incomplete pass. He's 8 for 8 for 119 and 2 scores. So Georgetown's defense, especially their secondary, still has to be focused these final 40 seconds.
Wally, Caleb McDougal threw a beautiful pass for that touchdown. Take the hiccups on the extra points, but beautiful pass.
So a delay of game whistled on Georgetown. And there's a costly penalty right there in this scenario. You talk about a holding. 40 seconds and 3 timeouts is a lot of time for this Belton Tiger offense the way they're playing tonight. And so now you're going to have an extra 5 yards when we've been kicking it pretty shallow. So now it'll be interesting to see what Georgetown does here. The deep men for the Tigers stand about their own 12. Capper will kick it onside. It hits a player, and the ball's loose. Georgetown's got it! Liam Capra hit a rocket off of one of the up men, number 46 for the Tigers. It went off of his leg. Jacob Lewis, the senior outside linebacker. And Georgetown recovers. It's past the 10-yard line. It hit their man. It's 1st and 10 Georgetown.
Well,
wow.
Now Georgetown's got enough time, 35 seconds on the clock, to be able to do something with that.
And 3 timeouts.
There's that break we needed, fellas.
You're right, Dave, and that's exactly what you said earlier. Who makes the first mistake? Now can Georgetown right that wrong of that mishandled extra point attempt on 2 bad snaps to try to put it in the end zone here, or maybe even a field goal to get this lead back?
Well, the problem may be those extra point attempts that were botched like that. What does that do to the confidence of the extra point team or field goal team?
Snap back to McDougal, fakes the handoff. He's looking across the middle. Madre was open, but out to the outside to Westfall. Steps out of bounds into Belton territory right at the first line to gain. It should be a borrow from Morrow first down, and it is.
Good job of awareness and just stepping right out of bounds, not trying to get a couple of extra yards when the clock is so valuable right now. Great job on that play.
And like you mentioned, Wally, still 3 timeouts. So the entire field is open to work with, so everything is in the playbook for Georgetown.
Smart pass by McDougal. You get it to Westfall. Good completion, 10 yards and out of bounds to stop the clock. Madre was cutting across the middle, wide open. There we go. They tried to start the clock. Coach Griffin was out there. He was making sure they knew.
All eyes were, in the stadium, we're watching Madre, Wally, like you said, and that left, 16 there for a little chip down.
4 receivers right, 1 left. Empty backfield for McDougal. Near side hash mark. Snap back. McDougal's looking left. Has Madre out in the flat, but throws it wide, and it's incomplete. As a light shot there, knocking McDougal to the ground.
Absolutely a timing route there because McDougal had released that pass before the cut had even been made, but timing was just a little bit off. Throw was just a little bit off. Good idea, though.
25 seconds remaining here in the first half. Georgetown has it 2nd and 10 from the Belton 40. 21-20, Belton leads by 1. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Near side hash mark. McDougal sends Guyton in motion to the right. Empty backfield. Looks left. Throws it up. Westfall's pushed out of bounds. There comes the late flag. The hat was thrown because Westfall left the field and came back into playing area. The flag comes because of the deep pass interference, and the defensive player didn't run him out of bounds. He pushed him out of bounds. So we'll see what goes on here with 19 seconds remaining.
It'll be interesting to see if they call pass interference or if they call just illegal contact outside of that 5 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Because that ball was in the air at the time that it came, and so you wonder what they're going to call.
But did the ref see the ball?
Exactly. But what a great job by that back judge there. He threw the hat first, marked it, but the flag followed right after.
Or it could be holding.
Something we didn't think of. And so that brings up an automatic first down for Georgetown since it was a defensive hold. It'll be at the 20 or at the 30-yard line. So a 1st and 10, a borrow from Morrow first down with 19 seconds remaining. As Georgetown's offense would love to put something up. You talk about that, and Coach talked about it on Wednesday at the Coaches Show, winning the middle 8. He talked about it at breakfast this morning. 3 receivers right, 2 left, empty backfield for McDougal, near side hash mark. Now Westfall in motion, comes back to the near side. Shotgun snap back to McDougal, looking left, across the middle. Madre threw his hands, incomplete. And there was a touchdown in the making for Copeland Madre. But 15 seconds remaining now with a 2nd and 10 from the 30.
I was excited because I was wanting them to try something in the middle of the field, and they did. Just Madre wasn't able to haul it in. I think he saw all that real estate in front of him.
Timeout.
Took his eyes off the ball.
Georgetown's going to take a timeout here with 15 seconds remaining. Trailing 21-20. 2nd and 10 when we come back from the Belton 30. Georgetown Eagle Football continues in a moment.
Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. The Eagles take their first time out. They have 2 remaining. 15 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 from the Belton 30. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Near side hash mark, McDougal. Stands in an empty backfield. Snap back. McDougal looks left, looks right. Pass out in the flat. Warren makes a man miss inside the 25, 20, up to the 15, driving forward and finally taken down in the 11-yard line into the Graham & Sons Landing Cattle red zone with 7 seconds remaining.
Coach Griffin got some wheels on him.
And another timeout taken by the Georgetown Eagles. We'll take it with them. Georgetown Eagle Football continues in a moment.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoor enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. River and Ranch offers a large selection of outdoors and hunting supplies. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoors outfitter with high-quality services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what we have to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown or visit our website at rrpgtx.com.
Back live here, backfield, a big 2nd and 10 play. Elusiveness to get down inside the Graham & Sons Landon Cattle red zone down to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, 7 seconds remaining. Georgetown still has 1 timeout remaining. So if they need it to set up a chance at a field goal, they have a chance to stop the clock and to take that opportunity if needed. McDougal has 3 receivers left, 1 right. Guyton to his right in the backfield. Quick pass, throws it up to the corner to Warren. Contact in the corner, but it's going to be incomplete. Good coverage there by number 8, Graham Chambly, the junior DB. And it's 3 seconds remaining. And we'll see if Georgetown's going to attempt the extra point.
Wally, I want to go back to that catch and run by Xavier. We just see, again, the strength that we talked about. Again, he's not the biggest receiver on the field, but he is one of the strongest players out there, period.
So the Eagles will line up for the extra point. It's going to be the other kicker, Samuel Galaviz, the senior kicker, to take the chance. The kick is up. It's blocked. McDougal falls on it, but the corner comes to an end.
So that was a completely different set of guys in there. You had Jackson Schaub as the snapper.
The snap was good, but around the end came the defender, and the Belton Tigers blocked the field goal attempt by Georgetown to end the first half. At the end of one half, we are in a barn burner, 21-20. Belton leads it over the Georgetown Eagles. We'll take a timeout, be back with the halftime. Georgetown football continues here in a moment.
JMT's provides customized apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMT's to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMT's has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit the website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Matt's loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
Syntex Shirt and Embroidery offers a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Whether you need one shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock spirit apparel. Visit our website at www.syntexshirt.com. Syntex Shirt and Embroidery is the official outfitter of First Responder Broadcasting. Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgages, your local lender. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey. Whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling equity out for debt consolidation or home improvements. When you think mortgage, think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. We are conveniently located on the square in Georgetown. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle Football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
And we welcome you back to the GISD Athletic Complex, Birkelbach Field. And Holden, give us the stats for the first half.
Right now, it's been an offensive, really just a showcase. Just kind of, you when you have the fancy car and you just let it rip. That's what we're seeing right now. Pass attempts, both sides. Belton is 8 for 8 throwing the ball. Georgetown's 11 for 15. Belton's got 119 passing yards. Georgetown 108. Belton's averaging 15 a throw. Georgetown 7. The 2 scores for Belton, and obviously the 1 to Xavier Warren in the corner for Georgetown. Running the ball has also been very effective for both sides. Belton 17 for 107. Georgetown 16 for 117. 1 score for Belton, 2 for the Eagles. And Honestly, there's really been just a couple plays that have separated these teams in this first half, and they've really been on special teams, namely on Georgetown side. Obviously, the 2 botched snaps that resulted in no points on the PAT, which would have tied the game, means we're down 1 going into halftime. And right there, the moment before half, when they get the special teams advantage, they get the onside kick, a great call, great execution, and then they can't block on the field goal. You get it blocked, and now we go into halftime down a point. Other than that, though, both these offenses are really showing out, and defensively, it's going to be a lot of adjustments we're going to see in the second half.
Holden Tuma's halftime stats brought to you by Graham & Son Land and Cattle. Quick word from them. We'll be back with more of the halftime show right after this. Stick with us. We'll show the Georgetown band in its entirety.
Holden's first half stats, the third quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best-tasting meat the first responder broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle Football. Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
We're back live here in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMTs. And I tell you, Holden, we could go on and on and on about it. You're in the home opener this year. You're in game number 2. You have a lot of new faces on new teams, on new positions, on new responsibilities. And some things have happened. But overall, this offense has put on a performance for Georgetown, unlike we saw last week. We saw some good things last week, but they've been clicking on all cylinders, and Caleb McDougal looking like the Caleb McDougal we got to see and fell in love with last year, who just ran this offense and was able to distribute the ball. A couple of big drop passes there, really costly for Georgetown.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, it's really been the inverse of last week, where the defense is starting to kind of struggle and needing some time to try to catch their breath and regroup, and the offense is right now keeping us in this ball game if you're a Georgetown fan. But like you mentioned, Caleb McDougal, 11 for 15, 108 and a score, already surpassed the passing yard total for last week's performance, which is very impressive to bounce back in that way. And then you mentioned the big drop there by Copeland Madre over the middle, the late half drive that could have potentially scored a touchdown right there, and ultimately that drive ended up in no points. It's those type of plays you got to draw an asterisk next to when you're looking back at the end of the game, regardless of the result, as a massive turning point in deciding the outcome.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Laux can do with this defense as they make some changes. A lot of it seemed like, as Kelly gets ready to join us again, is a lot of it seemed like some containment issues on the outside, and then committing a lot of motion by this Belton Tiger offense that moved Ross around. That guy is the weapon. Gavin Ross is that weapon for the Tigers. And Kelly, they did a great job of moving him around. Maybe that's where the changes come for this Georgetown defense, is in the fact of staying with that man. If someone's on him, they go through him, or making sure we're picking up as they move across. If we're changing coverages or we're changing men, making sure that's communicated and not leaving people open. Too many times Gavin Ross was left open in the flats, and then that lob pass down the middle of the field for the touchdown. Dangerous for that weapon for the Tigers.
It's been really impressive watching this quarterback run this offense. The defense can't rattle him. There have been several times where they have forced him out of the pocket, even gotten hands on him. He's been able to break tackles and get away. It's been impressive to see, and Georgetown has to figure out some way to try to make him uncomfortable, because even when the pressure's there, he's not uncomfortable.
This defense still doing a good job. There's the plays that you've seen and some of the big hits that they've had just not wrapping up. So the tackling has got to be a point of emphasis, you would think, at the halftime for Coach Laux and this defensive staff, that they wrap up, complete the tackles, and it looks like little things, nothing major that makes you think this defense is just out of their league. They've just got to make some minor adjustments, and like you said, Kelly, I think a few more licks on Shepard and you get him rattled because he took the one big hit when he got tackled and landed on, and he didn't like that. He came up limping around, and so it'll be interesting to see. Can you get that pressure on him? Can you hit him when you have that pressure on him and not let him escape out of the pocket and use his legs as a weapon as well?
He's done a really good job. He's been impressed. Been fun to watch. I mean, watching these kids play really good football like any of the schools that we see, Georgetown or opponents, it's fun to watch that, but I'd like for this defense to get a hold of them. Wally, some score updates from around the area. Last night, the Pflugerville Hendrickson Hawks beat Leander 38-0. Lake Belton lost to McNeil 34-28. And then games tonight, some local games. Liberty Hill is tied with the Rouse Raiders 28 at the half. Cedar Park and Vandegrift are tied 14-14 at the half. Copperas Cove and Glen are battling, and it is 14-7 Copperas Cove, which is our opponent next week. And that's pretty much it for around the district, I believe. Eastview is in the second quarter against the Burnett Bulldogs in Burnett, and Eastview is winning 21-7 right now. And then the Killeen Chaparral Bobcats are up 29-0 over Manor New Tech in the second quarter, nearing the half there. So that's some score updates.
Go ahead and talk about it, Kelly. Go ahead. Port Neches Grove. What's the update?
You want that update too?
I already know it. They're winning big at half.
38-7 over the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Let's go Indians. And the Needle Bulldogs are winning 7-0.
Yeah. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll let the Belton Tiger Band get off the field. When we come back, it's the Georgettes and the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band live here on the SHN Sports YouTube channel. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more halftime, brought to you by Blair Hogue at Fairway of – I lost it.
Blair Hogue Fairway Mortgage.
Fairway Mortgage. We'll be right back.
Syntex Shirt and Embroidery offers a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Whether you need one shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock spirit apparel. Visit our website at www.syntexshirt.com. Syntex Shirt and Embroidery is the official outfitter of First Responder Broadcasting.
Back here live, Birkelbach Phil. We'll go to the crowd mic and get ready to bring you the Georgettes and the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band. Enjoy the show.
wanted more, but yet I don't think anybody else did.
Syntex Shirt and Embroidery offers a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Whether you need 1 shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock spirit apparel. Visit our website at www.syntexshirt.com. Syntex Shirt and Embroidery is the official outfitter of First Responder Broadcasting. Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgages, your local lender. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey. Whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling equity out for debt consolidation or home improvements, when you think mortgage, think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. We are conveniently located on the square in Georgetown. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. We get ready for the second half. The Georgettes, the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band, have completed their halftime shows. And we get ready for the second half kickoff. Kelly, your thoughts? What does Georgetown have to do here in the second half to slow down this Belton Tiger offense?
If you'd have told me before the game that Georgetown would have 20, 21 points at the half, I would have told you that we're probably in the lead, because I was not expecting this out of the defense. But there's something about the offense that Belton is throwing at Georgetown, and some just minor mistakes that Georgetown make that Belton's taking full advantage of. This defense has to tighten up in the second half.
Hold it. Your thoughts on Georgetown's adjustments here?
Yeah, based off of what I'm seeing, the biggest thing that's giving Georgetown's defensive fits is the slow mesh point from Shepard with his running backs, because everybody in that defensive backfield, and they're inexperienced, they're biting, and it's letting Shepard pull it and throw to pretty much wide open receivers. Again, he has not thrown an incomplete pass. Georgetown's pass defense has to start plastering on to their receivers and their responsibilities and start making life difficult for Belton's passing game.
Georgetown ready to kick it away to the Belton Tigers. Georgetown will kick south to north. Capra will kick it away far side. Deep kick, fielded at the 9-yard line. Up past the 15, 20, 25, tripped up there. Nice tackle for the Eagles across the way. Number 31 on that tackle, Robert Chandler. The 5'11", 170-pound sophomore defensive back. Trips up the return by Ross. And Belton will take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line. And Shepard goes back to work for the Tigers.
I know it's just the kickoff to start the half, but the tackle that was made went through the ball carrier, not breaking down, waiting for him to make a move, and that's burned the defense, especially a couple of times in the first half. Aggressive tackling.
Back up to the 25-yard line now. Hand off, coming to the right side, and being cut down there. Nice tackle made by Georgetown's defense. Number 19 on the tackle. That's Johnny Decker, the junior defensive back. Only a gain of 2 up to the 27. 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. The run there by Plans. And Shepard from the near side hash mark. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Snap back, Shepard hands it off. Plans to the right side. Cuts back and gets up to the 30-yard line, but a nice job there on the tackle by defensive safety. Defensive back there, Reagan Bollinger. He came up to close down and get a leg of Plans and take him to the ground. It's 3rd and 5. Belton quickly back to the line. Shepard gets a snap, fakes the handoff, swing pass out in the flat, wide open. Catch made up past the 35 to about the 39-yard line. That's to the fullback, Morton. And a big first down for the Tigers. Nope, a flag came in, and it's going to be a hold on the Belton Tigers. It came in on the far sideline. It's right on the 35-yard line, Kelly. Hard to see, but a big penalty there. They would have had about a 12-yard gain. and instead it's going to back him up and make it a very long third down for the Tigers now.
That's an enormous penalty there. And again, we talked about it before. That's the kind of penalties that make coaches crazy, but that was a huge break for Georgetown. 3rd and long now, so hopefully they can get a stop and force Belton's first punt of the night.
3rd and 10. The flag holding was at the 35-yard line, so 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and it makes it 3rd and 10 now. 2 receivers right, 1 left, and it'll be a timeout called here by Coach Sniffen of Belton early on here in the 3rd quarter. How big can that be come the end of the ball game? Quick timeout, 10:39 remaining 3rd quarter. Eagle football continues in a moment.
For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime, or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Snap back to Shepard. He drops back deep. Looking, a little floating screen pass. Caught by Plans, but taken out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Gavin Smith sniffed it out and takes Plans out right at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th and 10 now for the Tigers. And I don't see a punt team coming on here for Coach Sniffen and Belton.
Well, that play was really made by Tennyson Dean, who identified the screen and forced the quarterback to throw a little lob, which is a much slower throw.
I cannot believe they are going for this. I'd send
there
the water boy out to punt.
They back Shepard up. He is the punter on the play sheet on the 2 deep chart, and he'll punt it away. Georgetown will field it at about the 40-yard line, so the defense does its job thanks to a holding penalty. They make that pay off and get the stop. And Georgetown's offense will take over with 10:24 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, down by 1, but the defense did what it had to do coming out of the half.
There's the punch back. Both teams that took Georgetown had the opening kickoff, Belton had the second half kickoff. Neither team scored on their first drive of that half, so that evens things back out now, puts it back on Georgetown's side just a little bit. Not enough, but a little bit.
Caleb McDougall will bring the offense out. 1st and 10 at the own 40-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Stewart in the backfield to the left of McDougall. Far side hash mark. A clap of the hands. Now Stewart empties out. Turn around. Fake the handoff. Quick pass out in the flat. Caught by Westfall. Makes a man miss. But then the turf monster gets him up at about the 43-yard line. A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 for Georgetown.
Nice throw out there by Caleb, but letting the feet get in the way a little bit. Tackling yourself, but a good gain. Now let's see if Georgetown can get something rolling on offense. Put the ball in the end zone, take the lead.
Georgetown's offense quickly back to the line. 3 receivers left. Stewart to the left of McDougall. Clap of the hands. And right there, you want Mishcott to snap that ball. The guy almost hit Mishcott in the helmet. You want him to snap it and get that penalty. Luckily, we get a dead ball penalty. It didn't look like any contact was made, but that'll be an offsides on the defense. So
Defense, number 95, 5-yard penalty.
Flag on number 95 for the Tigers. Garrett Sturmer, and a big penalty there. Gives Georgetown now a short 2nd and 3. Georgetown, opportunity here to capitalize on another Belton mistake early in the 3rd quarter.
That is the 8th penalty for 65 yards for Belton.
Wow. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Stewart in the backfield behind McDougall, far side hash mark. Snap back, hand it to Stewart, coming left. Gets outside the hash mark, outside the numbers, and then what a shoestring tackle by number 15, Lyric McGinnis, the senior, to get Stewart down, but not before. A borrow for Morrow first down into Belton territory at the 48-yard line.
Nice run, and you like to see that from the running back. I'd like to see a stiff arm out there on the edge, but no stiff arm there.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Into Belton territory, 9:25 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 3 receivers right, none left. Snap back, Stewart gets the handoff, cuts back right. Ball shared, gets a block up past the 40, and that'll be enough for another Borrow from Morrow first down. Caden Scherer wearing out the defender for the Belton defense. He got a big kick-out block there for Stewart, allowing him to cut back up the field, and it's a Borrow from Morrow first down at the 38-yard line of Belton.
Love to see it again, and that's the kind of running game that can wear a defense down, and hopefully we wear down their defense before ours gets worn down.
And that's one thing, this offense, the way it's been going tonight, mixing up your running between Stewart and Guyton, and putting a punishment on this Tiger defense. One receiver right, one left. Stewart directly behind McDougal, middle of the field at the 38 of Belton. Turn, quick pass out in the flat. Xavier Warren up out of bounds right about the 30-yard line. And that is not a good spot there by the near side line judge. A great heads-up play by Xavier Warren. Stuck the ball out in front of him as he went out of bounds. Got about the 30-yard line. They'll mark him short at the 31. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
This is a situation where previously we had seen Belton make a couple of mistakes and back them up a little bit, so Georgetown's got to stay disciplined here.
3 receivers right. Snap back. Hand it off. Stewart right up the middle. Cuts off the block. Up the middle. 15-10. The ball's out. Fumble on the field, and Belton's got to recover. Stewart trying to make things happen, and the ball gets stripped out of his hands, and Belton forces the turnover. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line with 8:34 remaining here in the third quarter.
Costly play, costly play. You had a good drive going. You had stopped Belton earlier, trying to threaten to take the lead. A good run, good solid run, but you got to hang on to that football.
So Belton takes back over, 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line. Big turnover there for the Eagles. Shepard has 2 receivers left, 2 right, middle of the field with the running back offset to his left. Stands in his own end zone, snap back, looks left, looks right, pressured. He's on the run, outside the end zone. He's going to be taken down inside the 5-yard line. And there it came. You knew it was going to come. Tennyson Dean. Late pile-on top of the quarterback, Shepard, and they threw the flag for a late hit.
They missed a hold in the end zone, too.
Exactly right.
Personal foul. Face mask.
So they didn't throw it on Tennyson Dean. I thought they were going to get him on a late hit. They're going to call the face mask. And I believe it was Gavin Smith on the tackle. But a costly 15-yard penalty on top of that gets the Belton Tigers outside of their own shadows of their own goalpost. And they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. 8:13 remaining as the clock continues to run. 1 receiver left, 2 right. Tight end offset to the right side. Running back to the left. Now Morton moves to the left side. Handed off. Nope. Shepard keeps it left side around the end. They try to string him out and slam to the ground. What a tackle there by number 26, Tyler Leininger. Shepard, they're going to give him the 20 on a generous spot. And Tyler Leininger strung that one out, and a great tackle there by the senior defensive lineman.
Really good job in pursuit. Everybody taking care of their assignments. That containment is out there that we did not see in the first half. So one of the adjustments made successfully.
2nd and 9. Shepard gets the snap back, hands it off, come to the right side, gets outside the first man, and he's got blocking out on the near side. What a tackle! Oh my, Cole Mitchell, and hopefully he's okay. He's on his hands and knees there about the 21, 22-yard line. But he tripped up the running back Clans, or he was off to the races down the near sideline. Now it's 3rd and 4 for the Tigers at their own 25-yard line. Now, you gotta love it, Principal Brandstatter down there getting the student body and the band going, making some noise. Belton Tigers 3rd and 5 from their own 25-yard, 3rd and 4 from their own 25.
Yeah, less than 10 seconds to the play clock. They might have to take their 2nd time out here.
Back from the huddle. Snap is not off, and there's the zeros. And there comes the flag from the back judge, unless Coach Sniffen got the timeout.
Snap. Delay game.
It's a delay of game. I was going to say, our guys thought it was a timeout. That's a delay of game.
Delay of game can only happen before the snap.
3rd down and 9 now from the 20-yard line.
That was from our referee friends at the state championships that year. Remember that?
3 receivers left. There's a false start on the offensive lineman for the Tigers, number 74, Jackson Simmons. And now the Tigers going in the wrong direction here on their second possession, Kelly. Instead of 3rd and 4, it's now going to be 3rd and 14 for the Tigers, all the way back to their 15-yard line.
And here comes in basically the hands team in the defensive backfield for Georgetown.
Not going to give them past the 29-yard line. Shepard has 3 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back to Shepard. He drops back, looking left. Wide receiver screen, sniffed out, dropped immediately at the 15. No gain. It's 4th and 14. What a play by this Georgetown Eagle defense.
Beautiful job by this defense of getting this stop again for the second straight time. And that's big for this defense, gives them some confidence going forward in the rest of this game.
Beautiful job by the defense and beautiful job by the crowd waking up and potentially directly causing those 2 penalties on Belton.
And now Coach Griffin's going to have to take a timeout.
If they were going to punt, because the quarterback for Belton was lining up.
So are you saying it was either going to be a punt, a field goal, or a fake?
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
They'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:56 remaining in the third quarter. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Holden's first half stats, the third quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best-tasting meat the first responder broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle football.
Back out of the timeout. Belton stands. 4th and 14 at their own 15-yard line. Shepard, the punter, and the quarterback. Gets the snap. He'll get the punt away right down the far sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds well into Belton territory. We'll see where they spot it. I'm thinking about the 35.
How about that defense coming up big when we needed it, Wally Kelly?
And the crowd is letting them know they appreciate their efforts.
The punt by Shepard goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Georgetown's offense, another opportunity here, Kelly. 1st and 10 in Belton territory with 5:51 remaining here in the third quarter.
I like what I'm seeing out of the defense. I like the drives the offense has had, minus the turnovers, but it seems like Georgetown may have something going now.
Yeah, the number 1 key right here, Georgetown's offense cannot beat itself.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Guyton in the backfield beside McDougal on the far side hash mark. Terosian moves to the right side of the line. Snap back, McDougal. Quick swing pass out. Warren has the catch up past the 30. Spins out of a tackle up to the 25-yard line. Nice gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 for Georgetown.
And that's another example that we see of Xavier Warren's strength as he's running the football after the catch, and that's so valuable that he's able to break some of those tackles and gain a few extra yards.
Coming into the ball game for Warren is number 6, Corbin Carroll. As Xavier Warren pulls himself out of the game, comes over to the sideline. So Georgetown will have it 2nd and 3 from the 25 of Belton. 3 receivers left. Guyton in the backfield directly behind McDougal with Terosian on the left end of the line. Snap back to McDougal. Hand it to Guyton right up the middle. Finds a hole. 20 up to about the 16, 17-yard line. And that'll be a borrow from Morrow first down for the Georgetown Eagles inside the Graham & Sons Land and Cattle red zone.
Good hard run. Now you got some tempo, and I was hoping to see some tempo.
Quickly back to the ball. 3 receivers left. Turn. Fake the handoff. Out in the flat to Westfall. Makes the man miss. Up past the 15, the 14. He shook himself out of his own cleats. What a move there by Braylon Westfall. His athletic ability and just lost his traction. You see him trying to get some traction there on his cleats.
And that's the second time we've seen him stumble like that. May need to change those spikes on that cleats.
He's so excited to get moving.
Gain of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 for Georgetown. 5:05 remaining here in the third quarter. The clock continues to run. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Guyton in the backfield to the left side of McDougal in the near side hash mark. Now Terosian will come in motion to the left side. McDougal steps up, changes the play. Back behind center. Shotgun formation, snap back, looking left. Corbin Carroll open, turns. McDougal scrambles. Going to have to get rid of it. Goes forward and goes out of bounds. A late shot there. Almost taken by number 46, Jacob Lewis. But he pulls off enough to allow McDougal to stay upright. But a good job by McDougal to not lose yards, but it brings up 3rd and 8. They're going to spot him back at the 15, a loss of 1.
Regan Tarosian was out there by himself, but he didn't turn around and look at Caleb. Caleb was looking at him, but he didn't turn around in time to get the pass, so Caleb had to tuck it and run.
Carroll comes off. Xavier Warren back on. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Guyton to the left of McDougal in the backfield, near side hash mark. Snap back, McDougal looks left, looks right, throws near side corner. The pass is up. Hold in! What a call! My! Oh, baby! And now a penalty flag on Georgetown. Braylon Westfall, what a catch in the end zone. But it looks like it may be a celebration penalty on Georgetown. That flag came out quickly there by the near side line judge. But Georgetown scores with 4:36 remaining. And we'll go back to the crowd mic to see what the referee has to say.
Result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, number 16 of the offense, that foul will be enforced in the kickoff.
So a costly, unsportsmanlike penalty whistled on Braylon Westfall. And that'll be enforced on the kickoff, which means it'll back up our kickoff from the 40-yard line all the way back to the 25. Georgetown leads 26-21. Liam Capra on to attempt the extra point. Snap is back. It's over the head of the quarterback. Liam Capra will fall on it back at the 24-yard line, and the woes in the kicking game continue for your Georgetown Eagles. 26-21, Georgetown by 5, 4:36 remaining here in the third quarter. Eagle football continues in a moment.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Matt's loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
Back out of the change of possession, Georgetown takes the lead, 26-21. 4:36 remaining here in the third quarter, but kicking off for their own 25-yard line after the penalty. Capper to kick it away and does. Deep here on the near side, fielded at the 25 by Morton. Up past the 30, 35, he's hit, spins out of a tackle, and then gets popped right about the 36-yard line. Is that Robert Chandler again? Number 31, the sophomore. A nice pop there, drops Morton at the 36. Now they'll spot him at the 37-yard line. And Belton will have it 1st and 10 with 4.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. For the first time in the ball game, Belton's offense takes over, trailing in the ball game.
Yeah, that kid's tackling like somebody insulted his mom.
Snap back to Shepard, near side hash mark, runs with plans, hands it off. He's wide open on the outside 40. And breaks the tackle at the 45 up to midfield. And there comes a late flag. Give the back judge some props. He's got an arm. He just threw that flag about 25 yards to get it in there. So we'll see what the penalty is here. Got to think it's going to be on Georgetown. Plans was all by himself on the far side. Make it Zecca.
Georgetown's pointing towards Belton.
Wow. We'll take it. The back judge has eagle eyes, too, because that was a great to see that and then chunk the flag like he did. That's a big holding penalty because Zecca, the running back, had gotten out in the open. And you're right, Holden. You can't say it enough. Shepard, in the way he holds that in the stomach of the running back and moves with them to make Georgetown's defense commit.
Yeah, I've been watching that. It's interesting to see how they just run together for about 5-6 yards.
1st and 8 now for the Tigers. Snap back, Shepard, quick swing pass out in the flat, wide open. Pass completed, and that's into the hands of number 5, Gavin Ross. He'll get back up to midfield, so they'll erase the penalty and get another first down. 1st and 10 at midfield How Gavin Ross continues to get wide open is just befuddling.
It really is. Some well-designed plays because there are multiple receivers going downfield, and all of the defensive backs are going with him like they're playing zone. There's nobody manned up on one of their biggest weapons.
Ross in motion right side. Shepard will hand it off on a delayed handoff to Morton. Cuts back, makes a man miss, breaks the tackle, and he's up past the 40-yard line. Tackling is going to be the story if Georgetown can't hold on to this ball game. You've got guys breaking arm tackles from this defense. And a big first down run makes it 1st and 10 inside the Georgetown 40 at the 39.
4 different guys got hands on him. The last two finally bring him down.
The run there by Kason Morton, the sophomore fullback. Shepard in the far side hash mark. Shotgun turns. Hands it off. Wide side. Hit in the backfield. Breaks the tackle. And then hit again. And a good job there by number 19, Johnny Decker. He got a hold of Zeka and held on for support. And he got the Army to come help him. No gain. Brings up 2nd and 10. The clock continues to run inside 3 minutes.
Georgetown's usually a pretty sure tackling defense, and tonight they have been missing a lot of tackles. Fortunately, in the second half, somebody's there to clean up the mess.
2nd and 9. They spot him forward at the 38. Snap back. Shepard fakes the handoff. Rolls out wide left. He's on the move. Looking to throw. He's going to be forced to run, and Gavin Smith will push him out of bounds. We'll see where they spot him. Maybe at the line. No gain. Right at the 38-yard line. And a big stop brings up 3rd and 9 for the Tigers.
Gavin did a good job of trailing him and not buying the fakes, staying with him, containing him, and not letting him get outside very much and gain a whole lot of yardage. So it brings that very long 3rd down.
Georgetown's defense has to stick with their man here, regardless of a mesh point or a lot of motion. They've got to stay disciplined, got to stay within their assignments.
Running back switch spots in the backfield. Far side hash mark on either side of Shepard. Handed off right side. Quick gap, but hit and stuck. Bollinger gets the hit and stops the running back right at the 30-yard line, 1 yard short of a first down. It's a big 4th and 1 for the Tigers.
Belton's desperately got to have this 4th down. Georgetown desperately wants to stop this 4th down. This is going to be a battle at the line of scrimmage right here.
Shepard under center. Snap of the ball. He's going to go forward. It's a false start on the Tigers. Back him up. They tried to get the tush-push called and run, and it's a false start. And instead of 4th and 1 and a first down, it's going to be 4th and 6 now for the Tigers, all the way back to the Georgetown 35-yard line.
This is still probably going to be a go if I'm Belton. I'm still putting my offense out there and trusting them to pick up 6 yards, but that is another one of those plays you draw an asterisk next to because that was a conversion, and now that false starts at 4th and 6. That's a whole new ball game.
Exactly right. Big play here for the Georgetown defense. Can they get off the field? 4th and 6 from the 35. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Shepard far side hash mark, gets it and rolls to the right. Running to the right, has a man open at the 30, knocked out of bounds, and it'll be marked at the 28-yard line, enough for a Belton Tiger first down. And go figure, Gavin Ross left open, and gets the first down for the Tigers.
Somebody needs to get assigned to number 5 and be in his hip pocket the rest of the night. He is a great athlete.
He's lined up as the right side tight end here for the Tigers. Runs across, handoff, nope. Shepard rolls out, throws out the flat. Cole Mitchell missed it. Ross makes the catch, tries to hurdle, and gets knocked out of bounds inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for Belton. Cole Mitchell had a chance at a pick there. Missed on it. And now the Tigers, Gavin Ross, gashing the Eagles wide open on the defensive side.
The Tigers are really doing a good job of taking advantage of what this Eagle defense is giving them, and they are just exploiting it. The mistakes that Belton has made is what has really been stopping them in the second half, along with some timely stops by the defense. But on this drive, Belton's back rolling like they were in the first half.
Georgetown has a big stand here. 1st and goal from the 6. Handed off. Zeka to the left side. He's going to be hit and taken out of bounds at the 5-yard line. What a play there. Reagan Bollinger closes in and makes a big tackle there on the far side and brings up 2nd and goal from the 5. 1:15 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The clock continues to run. In case they didn't see it, Gavin Ross, number 5, back on the field for their offense for Belton. Make sure you keep an eye on him. He's lined up in the right side tight end slot. Shepard on the far side hash mark. Snap back, fake the handoff. Gavin Ross, right flat, into the end zone. Touchdown Belton. Broken record continues as Belton takes the lead back, 27-26.
They got back rolling. They made some mistakes in their first couple of possessions, but that time they ran that possession like they did in the first half.
The Tigers are going to go for a 2-point conversion here and try to make it a 3-point lead. I just don't know how you can't cover one guy that much. Gavin Ross is just gashing this Eagle defense. 2-point conversion. Snap back, Shepard hands it off, right side, plowing forward. It looks like they're going to stop him short. The 2-point conversion is no good. 27-26. Belton leads it by 1. 49 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. First Responder Broadcasting brings you Georgetown Eagle Football live here on the SHN Sports YouTube channel. Stay with us.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Matt's loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
Back out of the change of possession. The Belton Tigers get ready to kick it away. Holding the stats there.
Last drive, 9 plays, 63 yards, took 3 minutes, 47 seconds, and Will Shepard still yet to throw an incomplete pass.
Kick fielded at the 23 by the Eagles. Up past the 25, 30. Wrangled up there, but plows forward up to about the 33-yard line. So Georgetown's offense will take over. 1st and 10 with 43 seconds remaining. Here in the third quarter.
Wally, I'm just thinking ball security is a big deal right now for Georgetown. If they've got, just to keep the momentum going in their favor, they've got to hold on to the ball, no turnovers.
Down. Will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line, trailing 27-26. Far side hash mark. McDougal will lead them out. Stewart, the running back behind McDougal. 1 receiver right, 2 receivers left. McDougal now will send Warren in motion to the left. Snap back, fake handoff. Stewart right side. He's bottled up and driven backwards. They're going to spot him at the 32-yard line. A loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11 now. Kind of a weird design play there, Kelly. You bring everything to the right side over to the left side and then run your running back out there without any protection. And a good job by Belton's defense to not let Stewart get outside.
Yeah, and that's the play design where you're trying to fool the defense, but Belton was very deliberate in their coverages, taking care of their assignments, very disciplined, and keeping that from blowing up.
McDougal calls out the play. Georgetown's got to let the clock run out, and the third quarter has come to an end. We head to the fourth quarter when we come back. 27-26. Belton leads it over Georgetown. Georgetown Eagle Football continues in a moment.
Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
back out of the timeout quarter break. We go to the fourth quarter. Georgetown has it 2nd and 11 from their own 32-yard line. One receiver right, one left, and now a penalty flag comes out before the offense even got set out of the break.
Must have slipped on us, but
That was no slip.
I was
That was
going to
intentional.
say, it slipped 10 yards high in the air.
Maybe his flag was biting him on the hip or something.
fire ants got him.
One right, one receiver right, one left. Snap back to McDougal. Turn, handed off Stewart. Right side, up to the 35. Hit, stacked up. The pile pushes forward, and this offense continues to move Stewart forward. They'll mark him at the 31-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 now for the Eagle offense. Inside 11 and a half minutes here in the ball game. Coach Griffin just got done having a conversation with the referee. Puts his headsets back on. We get ready to go back on a big 3rd down here for Georgetown. They trail by 1, 27-26. 2 receivers left. Stewart offset to the left side of McDougal, near side hash mark. Warren, the lone receiver right, snap back. Warren's taken off on a fly route, hanging the ball up, and it's knocked out of his hands. Underthrown, and Grand Chambly broke it up. Warren had to slow down for it, and it knocks it down, incomplete. 4th down and 7. Looks like Georgetown's got to punt it away.
You give credit to Belton where it's due. Those good hands right there where he needed, without drawing the penalty.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, Dave, Graham Chambly timed that. You could not time that any better. If you're a DB and you're beat, he's got a couple yards on you, you have to time that perfectly, and he did to jab the football away.
Anybody else nervous about this snap?
Snap is back. The punt is away. What a spiral punt. It'll land inside the 30 and take a Georgetown bounce inside the 25, down to the 24, make it the 23-yard line. And Belton will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line with 10:57 remaining. But more importantly, guys, you talk about it. Never, ever, ever should Xavier Warren have to slow down for a ball. If he's incomplete, it's because you overshot him. Let him use that speed to run under that ball, not have to come back and adjust for it, and that allowed Chambly to make his play and a big incompletion.
And if it's an issue of QB strength, then you have to throw that ball a little bit earlier. That way he's still breaking free and you can hit him in stride. It's just a timing thing. You can look for that to get worked out later in the year.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Shepard, near side hash mark, snap back. Being blitzed, scrambles, bottled up to the 20-yard line, and he'll plow forward. Even broken plays for the Tigers turn into positive yards.
They really do. We talked about that in the first half, and right after we came out of the halftime, he is just doing a great job of taking what the defense is giving him. He doesn't panic, uses his feet very well, and has great vision on the field.
3 receivers left, 1 right, offset, middle of the field, running back to the left. Plans. Nope, Shepard keeps it. And this time he's bottled up at the 25. It'll be a gain of about 1. That'll make it 3rd and 8 now for the Tigers. 10-12 left as the clock runs here in the 4th quarter. Now the crowd's starting to make some noise for Georgetown. This defense, a big spot here, a chance to get this Tiger offense off the field.
Defensively, you know where they want to go. You got to have eyes on number 5.
1 receiver left, 2 right, snap back, Shepard looks, left flat, wide open, floats it out here, but throws it wide of his running back, Zecca, and it's incomplete. Cade Erickson had Gavin Ross covered on the near side hash mark, and that'll bring up 4th and 8 now for the Tigers from their own 25-yard line. Quickly back to the line they go. Georgetown's got to be ready here. Shepard is the punter, so you can expect a pooch punt. Now he'll back up. About 8 yards deep. Snap is back. He'll get the punt away. Low line driver. Cade Erickson will go get it at the 35. Drops it, gets it at the 31. Makes a man miss. 40, 45 up past midfield. Lowers the shoulder, and the big collision occurs out of bounds into Belton territory. Cade Erickson making it happen. The great kick, punt return there, and a great job of not letting it go and roll another 30 yards.
And a big stop for our Georgetown defense. That's the 2nd time they've come up big, guys.
That's a great stop right there, and now they have it again. inside Belton territory. 1st and 10 at the 47 of Belton.
And something to note real quick, that was the quarterback that got the boom lowered on him there. So maybe you look out for that next drive, see if Will Shepard is a little bit sore.
9:35 remaining here in the ball game. 1st and 10, far side hash mark. 3 receivers right, none left. McDougal far side gets the snap back, hands it off to Guyton. Guyton dances, comes back right side, makes a man miss. Stiff arm up past the 45 to the 40-yard line, all the way down to the 39. Nice run by the sophomore, Zach Guyton. That'll bring up a short 2nd and 2 now for Georgetown at the 39 of Belton.
Xavier Warren got just a push block, just enough to keep the defender from being able to make that tackle. And X does a lot of things besides catch football.
Very unselfish player right there.
2nd and 2 for the Eagles. Madre split wide left. Westfall in the left slot. Warren, the lone receiver, right. Terosian to the left end of the line. Guyton to the left of McDougal, now to the right. Snap back, handed to Guyton. Dances up, line of scrimmage, spins out of trouble, but he'll have no gain on that play. Good job by the Tiger defensive line to not let Guyton get through it, and it'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Sophomore Oakley Torres really got a hold of his legs, and he was trying to twist out of it, and he just couldn't.
This is such a different style of football. The offenses haven't been able to do a whole lot in this second half, so obviously we've seen the adjustments by the defenses, but anybody's game still.
8:20 remaining as the clock continues to run. 3rd and 2 for the Eagles from the 39 of Belton. Snap back to McDougal. Handed off. Guyton right up the middle. Dances through. Up past the 45. Up past the 35. 30. Down to the 29-yard line. What kind of running are we seeing from this sophomore, Zach Guyton?
He runs so hard. Wally, we talked about it, in the first half.
Don't get choked up, Kelly. It's okay.
Running right at this defense is where they have had the most success.
And Zach Guyton, the sophomore, does a great job doing better each and every week of getting that pad level lower and making it hard for him to get tackled. 3 receivers left, none right. Snap back, fake the handoff. Flat pass out to Westfall, and he went to turn towards the outside and falls down. Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. Someone get that guy some more cleats.
I'm looking forward to some by the numbers with Holden Tuma on our rushing yards tonight.
I'm looking forward to the trainer finding some new cleats for Braylon Westfall. He's got so much speed and agility, but 3 or 4 times now has fallen down, not being able to get good traction. Big loss there of 2 yards. 2nd and 12. Clock ticks inside 7:15 remaining in the ballgame. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Guyton directly behind McDougal, far side. Snap back, handed to Guyton. Left side, cuts back up to about the 30, and he'll be stopped there. They're going to mark him at the 31. No gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and 11 now for the Eagle offense. The clock goes inside 6:45 as it runs here in quarter number 4.
At this point in this section of the field, you're expecting this is going to be 4 down territory right here. So 2 shots to gain these 12 yards, 11 yards.
Offensively, you're looking for a play that at least gets you half of what you need, and then you get the next half on the 4th down. Important to note, you do not need it all here because you have that 4th down in your pocket.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Terosian, the tight end on the left end of the line. Now Warren in motion to the right side. And here comes Coach Chuck Griffin to take his 2nd timeout of the second half. 6:19 remaining here in the 4th quarter, brought to you by Goldberger Diner. We'll take a timeout with them. Eagle football continues in a moment.
The Golden Rule is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown. The Golden Rule offers an amazing menu and even better atmosphere. Enjoy a wide variety of menu items like Cantonese riblets, Texas fried quail, roasted beet salad, an elk double smash burger, and much, much more. Join us for Sunday brunch with a delicious selection of food and drinks. Give the menu a look at goldenrulegtx.com. The Golden Rule, above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
Back out of the timeout. Georgetown now with 1 timeout remaining. Belton still has 2 remaining with 6:19 remaining here in the ballgame. Belton leads it 27-26. Georgetown has it 3rd and 11 from the 31 of Belton. Got to get down to the got to get down to the 29-yard line. It's 3rd and 12 now. Scoreboard has it off 1. 3rd and 12. Warren in motion to the right side. Snap back to McDougal. And another whistle. I didn't see a flag get thrown.
There's one by the feet of Belton's D lineman. And that's a killer coming out of a timeout break to get a pre-snap penalty. Now 3rd and 17, and it's just that much more difficult for this offense to come up with a good game plan to pick up this first down.
2 receivers right, Warren, the lone receiver left. Guyton to the right of McDougal, far side hash mark. We'll use this play for the 3rd time. Warren in motion right, snap back, fake the handoff. Looking right, cross the middle, wide open, Madre. Ball's underthrown, it's intercepted in the end zone for the touchback. Great play there by the Belton Tigers.
Not enough on that throw.
Jahari James, the junior defensive back, picks it off.
I don't think they're going to give him a touchback here.
They are not. They're going to say he made the interception at the 2.
That really helps us out.
Essentially an arm punt there offensively, but obviously a drive right there that really, it's going to be a struggle when you don't come away with points off of promising drives like that, because now you're asking this defense to stop the offense once again.
Shepard right up under Sapp, takes the snap, and they just plow forward. 5 yards out to the 7-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 5. Clock ticks under 6 minutes remaining here in the ball game.
Almost a tush push for 5 yards.
Got an injured Belton, number 90. Evan Lockett.
Quickly break the huddle. Back to the tush push formation. Snap back, handed off. Following his blockers up to the 5-7-yard line and then stop. No gain. Whistle blown. 3rd down. 5 to go. 5.5 minutes remaining. Clock continues to run.
Nice job of stopping that.
Have to imagine here it's going to be another mesh play, a slow read. Let Will Shepard make the play of his own because he's been balling today.
2 receivers left, 2 right here on 3rd and 5 from the 7. Snap back to Shepard, looks left, pump fake across the middle, wide open to Morton. He's off to the races, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and taken down by Bollinger as the fullback fooled our defensive back and makes it a huge gain. Belton has it 1st and 10 at the Georgetown 27.
Well, that time they used the receiver, number 5, Gavin Ross, as a distraction. They pump fake to him, and then the slant is just a step ahead of Cole Mitchell. Nobody in the backfield for the defensively for Georgetown, and a monster play right there. A 1st down now in scoring position, under 4:45 to go.
Clock continues to run. So instead of 3rd and 5 from the 7, it's 1st and 10 from the Georgetown 27. Snap back, Shepard fakes the handoff, swing pass out in the flat. Morton wide open, cuts back at the 20, inside the 20, and pop down to the 17-yard line, enough for another Belton Tiger 1st down.
Boy, these plays are well designed and well carried out. Really good blocking we've seen most of the night by Belton, and it has caused this defense for Georgetown some issues.
Yeah, they've done an excellent job, like you said, scheming their players open, especially with Gavin Ross, number 5, just calling plays to get him an easy look, something quick, something that puts a lot of pressure on this inexperienced defense to try to cover, and they have not been able to really do it successfully for extended periods of time.
1st and 10 from the Georgetown 17. Snap back to Shepard. He'll hand it off to Plans. Nope, Shepard keeps it. Comes the wide side. He gets bottled up, and he'll be dropped right about the 15-yard line, a gain of 2. Every busted play turns into positive yards for this Tiger offense right now.
And you have to remember, Georgetown only has 1 timeout remaining, so they cannot use the traditional 3 timeout setting to stop them on a 3-down series. They've got to stop them essentially right here if they want a chance to keep themselves in this ballgame.
It's like Georgetown actually has 2 timeouts, because now we will have the 2-minute warning in high school football. So, but like you said, Holden, you can't let this time get eaten off this clock. 2nd and 8 from the 15.5-yard line. Snap back, Shepard hands it off, Plans to the right side. And he'll break a tackle, falls forward up to the 16, make it the 11-yard line. And that's a gain of about 4. That'll bring up a manageable 3rd and about 5. 3rd and 4 for the Belton Tigers. The clock runs inside 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And the one thing that's weird is that the down clock took forever to get started after everyone had cleared away from the ball. Snap back, Shepard will keep, nope, hands it off, right side, take it down! What a tackle for a loss of 1. Tyler Leininger crashed down the line and made the tackle. And that'll bring up a big 4th down here. Do the Tigers go for a field goal and try to make it a 4-point lead to force Georgetown into a touchdown, or do they go for it and try to just run this clock out?
I think if I'm Belton, I'm at least lining up and trying to draw Georgetown offsides, then use the 2-minute warning to try to figure out what we want to do. They're just going to go straight to the 2-minute timeout.
They're going to take it down to the 2-minute timeout, and we'll take it with them. 27-26, Belton leads by 1. 2 minutes remaining here in the ballgame at Birkelbach Field. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoor enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. River and Ranch offers a large selection of outdoors and hunting supplies. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoors outfitter with high-quality services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what we have to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, or visit our website at rrpgtx.com.
Back live here, backfield. The Tigers are going to go for it. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back. Shepard keeps it left side, dives. He is going to be short. Well, on the far side, they gave him a great spot. On the near side, it's going to be a tight one at the line.
They gave it to him.
He looked to that right side, not the left side. Left side had it short. Oh,
Coach Griffin out on the field talking to the line judge, not happy with that call. They give it a 1st down. The clock runs inside 2 minutes, 1:45. 1st and goal at the Georgetown 7.
It's fitting that the game would end in the hands of Will Shepard, the guy who gave Georgetown fits all day. I mean, he's thrown 1 incomplete pass all afternoon. He's been that on the money. And a QB keeper. 1st down.
Now you need a punch-out miracle fumble. Handed off, Plans hitting the backfield. Goes forward for a – they're going to mark him back at the 7-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. Georgetown.
Turn me up, I'm about to slide on him. Jesus, peace around my neck, thought you was safe. Heard you wanted to.
There it goes.
58 seconds remaining. Bear with all the technical difficulties tonight. There has been a lot going on up here in the press box with the Wi-Fi, the camera systems. After the lightning strike 2 weeks ago during the scrimmage, right before the scrimmage, a lot of equipment had to be replaced. So Belton goes for it, 3rd and goal. Shepard will kneel on it immediately. The clock they'll set the ball.
There's going to be about a 10-second difference between the game and the play clock here.
So Belton right here, you got to imagine, not going to kneel it. Well, they may kneel it. Make Georgetown have to go 94 yards in 10 seconds. But
if I'm Belton, I'm taking this all the way down, taking the delay, and then kneeling on 4th. And like you just said, make Georgetown go 90 yards in 10 seconds.
25 seconds, the clock continues to run. 27-26. Georgetown trails by 1. Coach Schniffen is going to take his 2nd timeout just before the penalty with 12 seconds remaining. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in just a moment.
JMTs provides customized apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMTs to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMTs has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit the website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555.
Back here in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, it's 4th and goal for the Tigers. From the Georgetown 3, handed up. Nope, they're going to run forward. And into the end zone, the Tigers go. On 4th and goal with 9 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Will Shepard takes it in for the touchdown, and Belton leads it 33-26.
Probably going to go for 2 here to really seal the deal, make it a 2-possession game. Now it looks like they're just lining up for PAT.
Well, shit.
(33-26). The Tigers will line up for the extra point. Snap is back. The extra point is up, and it is good. 9 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
The Golden Rule is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown. The Golden Rule offers an amazing menu and even better atmosphere. Enjoy a wide variety of menu items like Cantonese riblets, Texas fried quail, roasted beet salad, an elk double smash burger, and much, much more. Join us for Sunday brunch with a delicious selection of food and drinks. Give the menu a look at goldenrulegtx.com. The Golden Rule, above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. The Tigers will kick it away with 9 seconds remaining, leading at 34-26. Kickoff, kick to the far side. Cade Erickson will fair catch it at the 10-yard line. No time should have come off the clock. Should be 9 seconds on the clock on the fair catch. There he goes. So Georgetown will have 1 minute, or 1 play remaining with 9 seconds to try to take it from the 25-yard line down for the touchdown.
Only 2 big guys on the defense for Belton. I imagine they may rush 3, put everybody else back.
If they do decide to elect to send everybody back, you might have a chance to get another playoff if you can get maybe a corner route for maybe 15 or 20 and get yourself in a slightly better position for the next play. But it's all going to depend on how Belton decides to play this.
Chambly, of course, goes far side with Xavier Warren. 3 receivers to right, 1 left. Snap back to McDougal, a low one. He drops it. He picks it up.
I guess his knee was down. He picked it up. That's going to wind the clock and end the game. He downed himself.
The Eagles are going to try to rush back, and that's the ball game. So the story tonight is going to be tackling and bad snaps. Costly mistakes by this Georgetown team that hurt in a ball game where you lose in 1 possession by 8 to a Belton Tiger team. Like you said, Kelly, this Belton Tiger team is absolutely different than what we saw last year up in Belton, Texas. We'll take a quick timeout, come back, wrap it up. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle Football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime, or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. Georgetown falls in the home opener. 34-26 to the Belton Tigers. Belton improves to 2-0 on the season. Georgetown falls to 1-1 and will be on the road next Friday at Copperas Cove to take on another athletic team in the Copperas Cove Bulldogs under first-year coach. I went blank on his name. Came out of Huntsville, taking over there at Copperas Cove, and they have much improved, and they are a very athletic class, junior class that we have been able to hear about and see over the last couple of years. Their freshmen and JV have been getting better and better in that program, and it'll be another tough battle next week on the road to take on the Copperas Cove Bulldogs. Holding some crazy stats indeed from tonight.
Yeah, I got to give huge props to Belton. They came in and played their hearts out. Will Shepard, 16 for 17, 240 yards, 3 touchdowns. Gavin Ross, 10 catches, 158. All 3 scores were in his hands. And they came in here with a game plan. They were going to challenge this inexperienced Eagle secondary with a lot of motion, a lot of quick throws, and really try to spread them out and challenge them to maintain their discipline and maintain what their responsibilities were. And they just flat out could not match that challenge. And Belton just ran essentially the same concepts over and over and over again, and Georgetown was not up to the challenge tonight, so it's going to be a lot to work on. This is still a young, inexperienced backfield, especially in that secondary for the Eagles. All 4 starters from last season graduated, so there's a lot of new faces there, and tonight they challenged them, and they were not up for it.
Kelly, your thoughts on tonight's game before we wrap it up?
I'm impressed with Belton. Entirely different ball club than they were last year. Well coached, well disciplined. They did make some mistakes. They had quite a few penalties tonight, but they were able to overcome that. And we saw a little more experience on the Belton side than on the Georgetown side. But this is the kind of game that the coaches can use, build on, and get one more game before the district slate starts.
Dave, any final thoughts?
Yeah, the coaches, just like Kelly said, there's going to be a lot of coaching this week and a lot of push-ups. There's going to be talking about missed tackles and missed opportunities. The defense did shine at times, which was nice. The offense did keep up for the most part. Had some stops. But, yeah, lots to learn on. It's a non-district game, and this is what you want to do. Have a good opponent in non-district to challenge your guys, and that's what I take away from it.
Georgetown falls 34-26. To the Belton Tigers. They dropped to 1-1 on the season. Belton improves to 2-0. Georgetown on the road Friday night, Copperas Cove. We'll plan to go live about 6:15, 6:30 from Copperas Cove. They're in the stands with the fans. Come join us live there in Copperas Cove for the ball game. Kickoff at 7 p.m. It'll be a nice and warm one. Could be a very wet one. Rain forecasted next weekend, so we'll see how that plays out as well. And bear with us. We'll go into a minute now. It's going to be a struggle. Jerry Ann will not be there to produce everything. She'll be in Boston with her friend celebrating her birthday. And so we will do what we can to survive without her next week. Georgetown, it's a tough one. My final thoughts on this one, this defense, while young and inexperienced at the varsity level, was exposed in several ways tonight. The tackling, unlike you see a lot of Georgetown tackling in the last few years. The lack of coverage on the big players. Gavin Ross made this defense look very suspect, and a fullback in Morton made this defense look very suspect. The 2 running backs were contained for the most part in Plans and Zecca, but an athletic quarterback gave us fits, and give credit to where credit's due. Will Shepard did have a great ball game. Georgetown didn't look bad offensively. Things went well. Caleb McDougall had a better ball game than he had last week, and he worked on things with that. And you like to see that. The 2 running backs, Stewart and Guyton, had good performances again as well. But things that this team, the bad snaps, the special teams faux pas, you just can't have them. Right. And that's stuff that can be cleaned up, especially here during the non-district to get ready for district play in just 3 weeks. Thanks for joining us tonight. To all our sponsors, that we can't say thank you enough. And to Austin Graham with Graham & Sons Land and Cattle, we just say thank you. That brisket was
unbelievable.
Amazing. It was amazing. Thanks for joining us tonight live here on the YouTube channel here of the SHN Sports Network. First Responder Broadcasting, proud and honored to bring you all things Georgetown sports. We will be back live on Tuesday night to bring you Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. And then Wednesday night, we'll have the Coaches Show live from Camp Brightside and with Coach Chuck Griffin to talk about this week and look forward to Copper's Cove next Friday. Thanks for joining us live here tonight at Birkelbach Field. Georgetown falls 34-26 to the Belton Tigers. Have a good weekend, and remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good night, everybody.